Dean, my mind is not often blown. It's not often blown, but my mind was blown today, Dean.
Wow.
Well, actually, recently, this past week, it was blown.
Yeah, your mind got the Hot Toy or what?
I didn't know you could buy subs. So I'm just kidding. No. So
Who would have thought?
so I bought my dad. That was a fat rip, my guy. I bought my dad this cooler 4 years ago at a Walmart, right? Ozark Trails, because we don't got the Yeti money. Dean got the Yeti money. I got the Ozark Trails money.
Ozark Trails just sounds like some bootleg shit.
It is bootleg Yeti. Anyways, and it has been a wonderful cooler. There's been people that have done like tests on YouTube, and like they perform almost identically to Yeti. Some they do better, some they do worse. At any rate, one of the little plastic hinges that close the cooler broke. And it's kind of like a weird style where like they've moved away from that style, and so to find a replacement part just for that, it's like pretty much impossible. And so I didn't know this, but they have like a huge warranty, like a super long warranty on this product. And I'd given my parents a receipt. It was a gift, so I gave them like a gift receipt, and they lost it. And they were really upset because they're like, we love this cooler, but we're worried it's gonna spill the ice. And now the second hinge, since there's only one now, it's starting to crack. And so apparently Walmart just keeps all their receipts forever. I called them and they were like, what store? Give us an approximate date. Tell us what you bought. And if you have the card number, that would be great. And this dude pulled it up like in 12 seconds. And he's like, okay, I'll email you a copy. It was 4 years ago.
What?
And he's like, I'll email you a copy of the receipt.
That's
I was
pretty
like,
wild.
bro.
Is there a 4-year warranty on this damn thing?
It's like I think it's like a 5 or 10 year warranty. I don't know how long.
Okay.
But of course, my parents wait till like the last month to get maximize it, and then the company's like, we're just gonna send you a brand new 2024 Ozark Trails cooler because we don't make this anymore. I couldn't believe. I was mind blown. Like, you got to think, like any Walmart probably has like, I don't know, conservatively like 1 million transactions a year times 4 years, and they just like can look that up. That's crazy.
It's
to me, bro.
easily when I worked at HEB.
Crazy. Oh, HEB, yeah, it's probably even worse. I've never seen a Walmart as busy as an HEB.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say at HEB it was easily almost 1 million transactions a day.
A day?
Yeah.
Holy shit! And you don't even.
I mean,
that's
you're
not
talking
even a big HEB yet. You're the one that.
Yeah,
used to work
probably like anywhere from
at.
like
million, bro. What is that? Like 10 billion?
okay,
a year?
not
3
a million
year?
a day, but like
He said literally.
I-
A million.
He said literally 1 billion, but like not that much.
Not a day. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think a month is what it was.
So 12 million.
It's a lot. It was actually kind of mind blowing.
Yeah. Sam says they only found the receipt because you're YouTube famous. I was like, hello, sir.
They
this
already
is,
knew you.
This
They
is
were like,
the
"Yes,
Oxfather
Mr.
from Collecting Weekly, 10,000 subscriber YouTube channel.
He calls. They're like, "Hello, Mr. Guevara. This is Walmart customer service. How may I help you?"
Yeah, exactly. I didn't
He
even
didn't
wait
have
on
to
hold.
say his name. They had him on a.
They had
on
him
a
on
list.
speakerphone. Yeah.
Their phone starts ringing. They're like, "Johnson, quick, get the boss."
It's
It
the
was
guy.
probably more like Pavesh, quick. Than Johnson working over there.
Holy shit.
This is that guy who has all those figures we're gonna get.
This is the guy that dressed up as the Joker for that one stream. How dare you?
Oh,
My
God.
darkest moment.
This is the guy
How
that
fucking
promised
dare
me
you
a
last
figure
week.
if I did all 3.
Oh,
my god.
Wow. I used to walk into Stevens before Marco. Wait till I walk into Stevens now.
Dang, just that thing swinging. So I wonder if this is applicable to any other items, though. The ability to find a receipt to return it. Because
Okay,
I might try
I
this
think
with my underwear. Like,
It
worth a
might
shot.
be. It might be because I know when I was talking to my mom, the reason she knew about this was they had bought a TV and then they had basically done the same process, and it was like, here you go. I don't know how the fuck they do it.
Wow.
I mean, That just shows you the innovation of countries that have been to the moon. Canada, they probably can't look up anything. Keep that shit on pen and
that's
paper.
definitely not true. I was gonna reiterate. I had the same experience actually at Walmart.
Really?
But yeah.
No, tell me about it. I'm curious.
It was like maybe 3 months ago. I had to return something, and I definitely lost that receipt. Canadian Tire is pretty good for it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, freaking, especially if you sometimes they'll ask you for your phone number for some purchases. And
Yeah.
then it's obviously easier, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I like Home
I've
Depot. Home
returned a few
Depot,
things.
everything I buy, like I swipe my card and it sends me my card is associated to my email.
That's nice.
That's the future right there, bro. And these receipts, like half the time I go to use a receipt, like, you know, for like an old product, the ink is all like, the whole receipt is like black or white. Like you can't even fucking read it.
They give you an option to print and email now at Walmart, but I was like,
Yeah.
I just wanted the email almost rather than both. But,
It's like, bro, I don't need email. I brought a chicken sandwich and fucking French fries.
That's
And I
the
prove
other
this to anybody.
you get to choose though.
Get hassled at the door. Anyways, get this show rolling.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
You've got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Ben. And I'm Dorito Boy.
Oh, he's got the double Doritoed up, bro. What the fuck?
Wow, 13K and now we're sponsored, huh?
Yeah, I'm good looking for the sponsor.
Wow.
Let's go.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's the weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank everyone out there who's watching and subscribing. Thank you. Huge shout out to you guys. Whether you're catching us live or on the replay in the YouTube studio audience, as I like to say. What a bunch of sweet, beautiful angels. And shout out Collector Zone.
Yeah. We have a great show for you tonight. I'm going to go on a little bit of a soapbox later in the show, as per usual. We are doing 2 drawings today. Lane, the Legend Kramer, has graciously donated 2 figure arts and House of the Dragon Season 1 Blu-ray. Very cool. If anyone gets that and doesn't want that digital code, holla at your boy.
Did you ever watch that Mike Myers skit with, hello, my name is Simon. I like to do drawings. That's what that reminded me of when you said drawings today. So, I don't know. Just putting it out there. It was my first contribution to the show. I apologize.
This guy.
Hopefully it's your last. Hot Toys says, do you know who I am? I didn't want to pull this card, but I'm the CEO of Zach's Wonderland. You'd love to see it. TK says, no, thank you, D-Night. Anyways, we got a great show. We got a lot to talk about. Dean, before we get into it, we have a very special segment that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What you gonna do this week? I finally opened my pile of loot.
That's great.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is, guys. Brace for
There we
it.
go. Let me get my clip ready.
It's a lot, but
Did you put pictures in the show sheet?
I didn't, because I'm
Okay,
gonna
'cause
space it
that-
out for the next little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, so it's pretty wild. If you're in the Patreon shot, you got a sneak peek. So
What is this clip in here?
yeah, it's a. Oh, you're gonna hit me with a clip.
I want to hit you with the clip, but I don't know. This looks sexual. I don't think I put the clip in here.
Is it organisms in your
I
mouth?
don't know. Well, apparently I did put it in here. What is this? Oh, it's the We Are One.
Ew.
I'm gonna delete that. That clip did not land last episode. Anyways,
I think too many people actually hate it.
Yeah.
But what about you guys?
Well, that was thrilling. Let's see what Marco G got.
So continuing the trend of not even talking about figures, I promise it's related. So in this room that I'm in now, this was our storage, right? And so I told you the other week, we just got AC in Gigi's office and my office here. But I'm still surrounded by boxes, not just Hot Toys boxes, but like all of our storage. Our Christmas tree's still up because I'm running out of room back here. So we're having someone build a shed. No doubt about it, man. Just summering with the Christmas tree still up. But we're having the shed built, turning out beautifully. So shout out to my boy Jose who's building this for us. So I measured everything so I can store my tumbler box back there. I can store my DeLorean box. We can finally put the Christmas tree away. So really excited about that. It's going to clear up a lot of room for both Hot Toys boxes in this room being tucked away nicely, and then some of the larger pieces back there. So yeah, it's a long overdue addition, and I'm glad to clear up some space and have some room for the new shit coming, because Hot Toys and all these companies are coming at us pretty quick right now.
I did think you were going to say that's where Gigi wants you to live now. I was like, oh my God.
Ben, you're laughing, but maybe eventually, honestly. Yeah. Pancake and I might be back here. Yeah. One wrong move. So
here we go. We got John in the chat. Happy Tuesday. Congrats on 10K, gents. Most deserving 1/6 scale channel. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Hopefully you get some milestone subscriber marks too. Go ahead, Badfish.
Are you putting in cardboard boxes and stuff in there?
Yeah, so when we were having this built, we kind of talked to him and said we want to store things that have electronics, things that have cardboard boxes, so it is weatherproof. It's designed to withstand the temperature and the weather, basically.
Yeah, I can see it raised up actually. Yeah, and then I was going to even suggest on top of that maybe just some 2x4s or something even to raise, just in case.
So you can't see it here, but he's put in some shelves. So nice. I said, I measured the boxes. So the shelves of the back wall will store all these boxes. So yeah, very excited to finally have this upgrade.
That's awesome, bro.
Dude, that's fucking sick. Is this a like a shed kit, or is he like building this from scratch?
Yeah, so that's what we were gonna do initially, was just go to Costco, buy the kit, do it ourselves. And so I reached out to him because he's done some other stuff, like did a fence for us. He's like, I can make you one that's way better, that's better materials and customized exactly how you want it. So it's a custom build. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed that it looks like, I mean, the doors are on it now, but it looks like a kit that you would buy, but it's all custom.
Wow, look at that.
Can't you tell by the wood there, Zach? Come on now.
No, mine is, I mean, it's not I don't know, a kit might be the wrong word, but mine is like you pick it out of a catalog, but I mean, it's real wood and everything, like metal and wood and glass and.
Everyone I know has the plastic ones now.
No, mine's not plastic. Mine is like a fucking. I know. House.
I'm just saying, everyone I know here has the plastic ones.
Bro. We got wood in America.
I think it's because of the winters, though, that they last a lot longer then.
Oh, the plastic does.
Yeah,
got it.
There we go. Sam gives us, this show has really changed since you all became famous. Now we're posting small houses on Do this week. We're just built different. My friend.
Wait till you see Zach's new this week.
Bro, my new this week is fucking crazy. And I want to preface this. I didn't buy all this stuff. We have very generous people that watch the show.
They saw he got 10K. They donated.
You know, when you hit a certain threshold, things are given to you. Okay, that's what we'll talk about later.
I got a bag of peanuts sent to me. That was weird. I didn't like it.
Yikes! Wow, seems like a threat.
Wow, that might be a threat. Jesus. Here we go. So Equan, my lovely Equan, he sends all the time amazing gifts for, any holiday you can think of. And he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, well, I've been really into Harry Potter stuff lately, and there's some Lego sets I've been wanting. He's like, got it. I got the perfect gift. I'm gonna send it right now. And he sent me the Hogwarts Room of Requirement from, I think this is the last movie, or maybe the penultimate movie in the franchise. I was literally about to pull the trigger on this, and as soon as he said he was sending me something, I was like, let me not buy anything so I don't accidentally double dip, and I'm glad I did. I do want this one, and then the Chamber of Secrets, and then there's a few other sets that I'm considering. So may have a little bit of a Lego Harry Potter collection starting soon. And my sweet boy Patrick sent me a 1/6 scale operator. I'll be honest, I feel kind of like a noob. I'm not certain if this is from a movie. He had told us that he was piecing together some stuff for like different customs, and I think it may be a custom, but it's really cool because on his hip he's got a pistol with a red dot and a compensator, and I carry a pistol with a red dot and a compensator all the time, so I don't know, it's kind of cool, and I really like it. And then he also sent me, I don't have a picture of it, but it's the McFarlane the Batman and an OT Customs cape as well. I think on one of the shows I mentioned that I wanted a Batman to go with my 1/10 scale. And so I'll be able to do that, which is really exciting. So thank you, Patrick and Equan, for the gifts. Really appreciate it. They're super generous. I'm not deserving of such a gift, but thank you very much.
Wow, real friends.
I didn't see anyone else send me anything, but just kidding. Gare Bear, friend of the show, he had sold me many moons ago a Premium Toys Homelander, and I loved it. And I was watching this latest season, and I kind of got a little antsy because Homelander is my favorite character in the show. I fucking love Anthony Starr's portrayal, and I felt like the Premium Toys one wasn't up to snuff for the character. And with Homelander third-party stuff, it is kind of confusing because Premium Toys allegedly is Toys era, and so they made a 2.0 called the Sigma, which was the same heads but better body and suit. And then So Toys released one that has the best body but the worst heads. And so I was like, well, I don't like the Premium Toys body. I'm getting the So Toys figure. I combined the heads from one with the body of the other, and it worked out perfectly. And this suit, like, I had watched a bunch of YouTube reviews of this figure, the So Toys, and they were basically like, this suit feels like almost like a prop. Like, it doesn't even feel like a figure, and that's the best way to describe it. It feels like a high quality cosplay, where the other one definitely feels like a toy. And so I'm really excited to have this this figure. I actually did find the Toys Era 2.0 body for really cheap on eBay, and what I'm going to do is take the gloves and boots, and the Premium Toys comes with 5 heads, so I have 4 other head sculpts to choose from, and I'll be able to kit bash a second Homelander, so I'm very excited for that. Yeah, Charlie says a third party of a third party, so
let me get this one when you kit bash your second.
Well, I'll probably keep both, but if I ever do sell me one, you got dibs. I love Homelander, and I have literally 5 heads, and then this one comes with 2 busts that you can put more heads on, so I can basically have 4 Homelanders and still have an extra portrait left over. It's crazy.
Are you considering customizing a bloody sculpt at all?
Okay, now let me tell you this. What I'd really love to do, I know it's gonna be so expensive, I really want to take one of the heads and the worst body, or maybe even the Toys Era body, and send it to Ian in the United Kingdom, because he does blood and guts and gore really good, and I think it would be so fucking cool. But I don't know. It would be a lot of money for me to ship it to him, and then to pay him to do it, and then to ship it back. But after last episode, bro, I'm like kind of tempted. Honestly, kind of tempted.
Yeah, I want something like that too.
Moving forward, I did pick up the McFarlane House of the Dragons, so Akraxes and Cyrax. These I had been wanting for a while. Always thought $50 was too expensive. And Amazon does, like, when people return stuff, you can buy, like, returned items, and they like, make sure they're complete, and they rebox them. And the Cyrax looks like someone got it, cut the little tape, and then didn't open it. Like, it was like pristine in the box. And so that one I think I got for like $25 from Amazon. And then on eBay I got the Craxus pretty cheap because the tail had broken off, but it was literally like 1 drop of glue and it was fine. And it's meant to come off anyways. So really excited to have these. I think that they're also making Princess Renice's dragon. I don't remember the name, but I saw it on Big Bad Toy Store the other day, so I may have to pick that up. And also McFarlane in this line, they also make a Smog from The Hobbit, and I like seeing these in hand. They're fucking huge. They're probably even a little bit bigger than the D&D dragons, and so I'm thinking to basically buy the full lot and have all four. So
I didn't realize you loved dragons this much, to be honest.
I really like dragging my balls on your face.
That was
right into
I was trying to line it up for Eddie. I'm sorry, Eddie, if you're watching this on replay. He asked me specifically to try and pull it out of you.
Yeah, hate to see it.
I'm too obvious.
What do you think?
Reminds me of holding the outside.
Sorry, I was typing in the chat. What do you think about the stands on them? Do you like them, or with the big name on it? Like, how do you?
I thought
I'm
kind
of
of
mixed on it.
I thought they were gonna be kind of silly, but the red paint, like, it almost looks metallic. It actually does look quite nice.
It doesn't look bad in some cases.
Yeah,
or in
the
some
one
angles.
part that kind of surprising, but I guess it makes sense, is the bases are hollow, so when you turn them around, they're just like empty space. Obviously, on the shelf, you never know that, and you touch them once, but on my shelf, you never touch them again. I think that they're fine. I think that the figure has so much paintwork that I think what the bases really need is like a wash and a dry brush, and I may actually do that myself someday. But I think it's serviceable for, I think they retail for like $55. I think it's fine. I do think the biggest crime with these figures, though, is that they don't have like a miniature of the character that rides them, either riding them or just like that you can place next to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the worst part. So I'm really excited to have these. I can't wait. And I think
they're
this
badass.
is
The details are great on the skin and the scale, like the scales.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
It's cool.
I would never paint this for $50 and make this. It's just a lot of work. And then last but not least, I've talked about this a few times, but I'll be doing a video probably not this weekend, but next weekend. My D&D table is done. So I have a friend who's a carpenter, and I paid him and sent a TV to his house to make me a D&D TV table that we can play on. I had picked up like a cheap TV, and it was kind of okay, but since TVs aren't flat on the back, it would like constantly tip over, and it was real janky. But this is like a frame that fully encases the TV. It holds it nice and snug. There's a glass in front of the TV, so it's nice and protected, and it's really fun. We played last night on it, and yeah, super happy with the purchase. It was my birthday gift to myself, so really excited for that.
Dude. That's really cool.
This is so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to do the video. I added like LEDs on the bottom, and they're a bit less bright than I was hoping, but yeah, this is really cool. And he actually he makes like fish tank stands for a living, and that's how I met this person. Cool. But he was like, I actually had a lot of fun building this, and I may actually like advertise this as like a service that I do going forward, because it was kind of like a nice little change of pace for him.
Does this double as a coffee table?
No, so this table, I guess you could, right? But this table I folded up, and like my office is so optimized, like I put it under the couch, and so it's completely out of the way, and then the TV I put under the printers, 3D printers. And so everything tucks away nicely, and when we play on the weekends, I'll take the table out and set everything up. So really happy with it. It's I mean, it's just like a 1080 TV. It's not anything super fancy, and yeah, this it's so fun. It's so fun. I can't wait to play with Dean on this table. Anyways, let's move on. There's another picture of one of our scenarios we had last night. We got to meet this giant tree guy. It was pretty fun. Anyways, get it or not, the show we're talking about whether we're going to get it or not. We're going to start with the Hot Toys Droideka 265, releasing April to September 2025. I remember this droid being like my all-time favorite droid of probably the whole prequels. I just love these things, the way they rolled. I used to have like this little room alarm thing where you would like set it up, and when someone entered your room, it would like like kind of transform and like make the blaster noise. It was so fucking cool. So I have a very fond space in my heart for this, and I have to say, for what this is, Hot Toys put quite a bit of articulation into this. It's actually quite surprising. This does have the transformation features. However, I do think it is missing some things, maybe fiber optics for the little lights on its face, and some sort of something to act as like an energy shield effect. I think that's kind of like the main cool thing about these droids, especially in episode 1, which this is branded as, is those shields. And so I feel like though it would have been large accessory, I think, you know, even just something 2-dimensional that you could place in front of your camera and just take a picture with it, to make it look like it's behind a shield would have been cool. I think it's perhaps a bit lazy that
even
they didn't
like Cable's energy shield that we saw with the Cable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, when we did your show on Sunday, I was like, I know there's a figure that had something like that, and I couldn't remember what it was. And Ben, I'm gonna give you one of these for that.
Decent. I haven't got a point in a while. I'd love to see it.
It could,
and the point's taken away because I was cocky, and it's gone.
They could do it kind of like the Matrix figure, you know, the wall that they had with the bullets.
Yeah,
maybe something like that, and like a cutout, like a dome piece. It would be big, but if you did like a quarter piece of the dome, you could kind of sit it in front of it, situate it.
Yeah,
I don't know. That would have been cool.
There you go, Dean. You are on mute, my good friend.
Hey, go to Petco, buy a few hamster balls,
make it a
spray paint blue.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Like fucking idea. I'm gonna give you one of these.
Clear and transparent. Like you're gonna have a scene.
It's not an original thought. Take it away.
Take
that point away.
Wow, no point for my my implementation.
Wait, what was your thing about the?
I don't care. It was
flat piece of plastic that I already talked about. You fucking.
No, you like implementing it from the Matrix.
Okay, I'll give you 1 point.
No, I don't. I'm.
No, you cried about it. I'm feeling generous today. It's a good show.
So at least a half point.
Dean,
half point or 1,000 subs. One of the two.
This is cool. I like this a lot.
True.
The only thing that is disappointing is for the price point. There's 0 diecast, which just seems dumb. Like no diecast at all in a fucking droid. Like I was saying on Will's show the other day that this reminds me of the Mark I Ultron from Age of Ultron Hot Toys with all the little fiddly wires and stuff. And like the plastic connections, they would pop out. It was just a fucking nightmare to handle. And that figure didn't have to worry about the details of transforming into a different, form. So I feel like this is going to be really fiddly, but just something to keep in mind if you're picking one up. Was it 268, right? 270 for this thing?
265.
265. That's really high for. I mean, I guess it's kind of a larger figure, just in terms of its footprint, but it's not any taller than, like you had a picture of all 3 of them next to each other. It's not any taller than like the little regular battle droid. Like,
it is also a unique body that they can. Don't get me wrong, they can repaint this, but it's not like a.
I don't think Droideka's ever had a different look.
Yeah,
I think they've had some variants, and didn't they have like some stripes on them in the Clone Wars or something?
Really in the Clone Wars? I feel like.
I'm gonna have to
check on that,
but
Batfish.
My point basically would be, it's not like a figure body. This is some commitment to a different mold. It's not like
I guess you're right.
It's not like a clone armor piece that they can do 10 times over.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah, overall, I think it's fantastic. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. I think the price is actually pretty good, but
I think of all 3, the Droideka's the coolest droid.
Dude, it was so dope in the movie.
I know there's those command or those what are they called, Zach? Those like the battle specific droids for like
I think they're just called commander droids.
Commander droids?
Tacticians or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Those are really cool. Or like the assassin droids who look kind of like the regular battle droids, but like beefed up. But Droidekas have always been my favorite because when they first showed up on screen, you're like, holy shit, what are they supposed to do with these guys?
Yeah.
So it's really cool to finally see them in figure.
They're hard to fight in Jedi Survivor and stuff like that, like those games. They're actually pretty tough.
I haven't gotten to the Droideka part yet. Jeez. No, I figured that they were on the way.
That game's like a year old already.
Yeah.
Well, if you saw,
how I feel about that.
If you saw any of the other battle, to be honest, the toughest are the far outs on the right. But yeah, This one on the left, is that the lighter colored? That's not the Geonosis one, right?
So that's what Ben and I were talking about on Sunday. I think this is a new color scheme because the other one is like a dark brown.
I'm hoping this is a tease for a release. Yeah, I'm hoping.
It's a tease or a dick move, one of the two.
There you go. They're going to do it for sure, though, right? Come on. Like, to Badfish's point, if they've got the mold, they normally try to reuse it if they can. So, yeah, this is one. I love this design. Like you said, when you see them in the film, you're like, oh, shit, these mean business, right? But the same issue that I had with the Black Panther, like, transforming figure, I don't trust Hot Toys to have these, like, really intricate, delicate pieces that you transform back and forth. It's the wrong company to really, put your faith in that type of design. And then to Dean's point about no die cast, right? So if it's going to be kind of flimsy materials, you're kind of paying for the ability to convert it, but you're probably going to just leave it in one pose unless you're getting multiple. But at the price point, it seems like, okay, you're really going all in on 2 or 3 of these if you're getting multiple, and that's adding up really quickly. So yeah, like, I think it's a cool design, but in terms of figures that I have to add, even though I do like droids, this one is just, there has to be a pass for me. You can't have everything, and this doesn't get me excited the same way as, like, having 2 Wolverines, for instance, right? Like, I would rather have 2 Wolverines than add this guy. So something's got to go and something's got to give.
Wow.
And I think this one is a not. Get it or not, and it's a not.
Wow, he did it.
Interesting. I think for me, it's just the sheer volume of Star Wars collectibles, at least in 1/6 scale, has been tremendous, especially this year. And while the Phantom Menace specifically is a very nostalgic film for me, if I were going to collect from that film, it would be the Maul, or an updated Qui-Gon Jinn, or an Obi-Wan Kenobi. It wouldn't necessarily be this droid. And so I can see the appeal of folks who are strictly Star Wars collectors, because if you have a droid display, I mean, this is a critical droid. It's not just one of those ones that kind of just exists. Like, people have recollection of this being a badass. What I forgot was how tall it was. Like, the sheer size of this thing and the footprint within the collection is also tremendous. It's not something that you could easily just kind of fit into the display. Like, it's going to have a bit of a footprint to it. So the commitment to it is there. If you are interested in it, I think it's a really good looking piece for sure. I think diecast is one of those, like, hot button words for collectors, and, like, I see what you mean, Dean, but I wouldn't have wanted to pay $1 more for this piece if I was going to get it, just for the fact that it has diecast, when most of the time, once it's in the display and you're not touching it, you can't really tell the difference anyways. I don't think it would have been worth the
longevity,
extra
though, Ben.
But is there actually that assurance? Like, I hear what you mean, but I don't know if that actually makes a difference with joint longevity. Like, I've got things that have plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I have things that have plastic that I feel like have lasted a really long time on weight, and my Iron Man Mark 7, some of the joints on that are kind of loose, and that's one of my heaviest, most expensive diecast pieces. So, in theory, I think you're 100% right, but I don't know if it's necessarily, again, worth paying extra. If it's a piece that is going to fill up a collection in a really nice way, but not necessarily be like a standout character piece within the display. So I do think it's beautiful, but I think the price point is appropriate for kind of some of its construction and what they've done with the piece itself. It's just not something that I can justify. For me, it's a not. It's a get or a not. It's a not.
And Ben, just to double down on the point of the diecast joints, I think some of the other droids have, I think the K2SO or the KX Enforcer droid, right? Maybe the Dark Trooper.
Legs.
So, yeah, so they've done it before. Maybe it wasn't possible with this. But
I think IG-11.
I think you're right there. Yeah. So it feels like it would have been nice to incorporate into this. Maybe when it comes out, we'll see that it has it, but maybe they couldn't do it.
Well, and the one thing that diecast does give me is that feeling of expensive. Like, whenever I pick up a piece in my collection, if it's got a little weight to it, it feels more expensive. And 265 is not necessarily cheap, so that would add to the value. But, oh my god. Especially.
I always cringe when I hear that, like, expense thing. Like, lead is...
It feels that way.
Like, one of the cheapest metals, and if you just put a bunch of lead in something that... I don't see that. It's not made of gold, Ben. Diecast is
I
also
totally get
cheap
it.
metal as well.
It's a psychological
thing.
But because because Hot Wheels are also made of diecast, and they're one of the cheapest things you can buy. So, right,
bro, you ever seen a hot? Never mind. I'm not gonna poo poo on. Never mind. We collect goofy stuff too. Never mind. I take it back. You know what? I'm gonna give myself this. Here we go.
Silence. Oh,
wow! I deserve a minus a point for that. That was ugly. That was.
He's about to gatekeep right now.
I was about to gatekeep. That was on becoming of a 10,000 subscriber YouTube.
True.
Yeah, start acting different.
I have to start holding my head higher because we're in a
TK592 does bring up a good point here as well, boys. Is that he says, "Do we have a confirmation on no diecast? KX didn't advertise it." Which if KX didn't advertise it and it came with it, there's that chance that I guess this could. But I think most of the time they would advertise it.
I'm sorry.
You guys are wild. You guys are wild.
I'm
trying to shout out TK over here. TK, that was a great point, good sir.
I don't care about TK. Every few seconds from Dean, it's like
I tried.
Every few seconds from Dean, there's a fucking different sound clip going off.
You gotta tell us what you were trying to watch now.
No, my mom.
It's got 45 ringtones, dude. That man's living in 2099. Sorry,
alarms for everything, but to go and visit Zach.
Okay, first off,
visited.
I know.
He did. Oh, there
How dare
we'll see you next year, Zach.
I'm gonna see him on Friday.
Well.
Okay. How dare you?
Honestly, I can't find another variant color on this. Maybe, I'm not sure, but this is very cool though. It's tempting. I don't know. I might get it. There is the Black Series version if you do want representation of it. That just came out as well. So I don't know. With diecast, I would only want to see it with the joints because I'd be worried it's gonna weigh everything down if like anything else was diecast. So, but yeah, we'll see if there's any diecast joints. I hope so.
It sounded like you said jackass joints, and I kind of laughed a little bit. Let's check in with the chat. We got a lot of angels in the chat. Let's see. Let me scroll up. We have Toy Mafia, Six Guns, Figs, Cisco Collector, Lane the Legend, Kramer, Kitty Pryde is the best X-Man, Toy Mafia, King Dingling, Darth Tamaris, Mark P, Tim Harvey, Sean Forrester, Hot Toys Hotline, The Ben Thomas Show, Christian Cooper, 12-inch Blue Stream, Charlie the Unicorn, OG Fan. Let's see here. King Dingling, Thor Gaming. Good evening, everyone. Let's see here. TK592, John the Everyday Collector, Yomo, Jazzy. Let's see here. Sam Gist, Vintage Rebellion Podcast, Draw the Line 35. Eddie Arrow Maestro. Let's see here. I think that might be a huge G. Congrats on 10K. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Mojo Z78.
It's pronounced huge.
Huge. Avengers Assemble. I'm an angel too. He is. Look at this guy. What an angel. Let's see. Jesus, whoever wrote that private message. Star Wars Celebration. Wow, I didn't realize this was actually posted by Star Wars Celebration. That's actually really cool. Hot Toys joins us at Star Wars Celebration. Buy your tickets now and shop collectible figures and exclusives next April. This is very cool because I feel like lately, at least in the United States side of things, Hot Toys, it's kind of like the E3 effect, Dean, where a lot of companies for these big type of consumer showcase events, they kind of just do their own thing, like at their own offices. And it's kind of been kind of lame. So to see Hot Toys, I mean, obviously, I believe Celebration is in Japan, so it's probably not that crazy for them to make it there. So this is very
jump away.
Yeah, just right across the pond, as they say. The wall, as they say.
Wow.
The great wall.
It's not in Mongolia.
Just over the wall.
Dude, I almost said Mongolia with an R, and I'm really glad.
Zach,
what?
I was gonna say, Zach, you made it to the moon, but you can't figure out which pond is which.
Just over the drink, as they say, Badfish. That's because, Badfish, you see, our eyes are towards the stars, my friend.
They definitely are, Zach. They definitely are.
Wait, how would you say Mongolia with an R?
You know,
It's a South Park thing.
Yeah, it's a South Park thing. Yeah. I'm so used to it.
I don't know how you would say that.
I'll say it after the stream.
Oh God. Anyways, anyone have a thought on that, or we can move forward?
I want to address maybe fears that these would be exclusive only to the show. You could only get them there. It would be interesting if they did that, right? The rules have kind of changed a bit, but I think in the past, they've had like exclusive codes that you get there, but then it opens it up to everybody else. It's like everyone gets a chance to get these. So I would assume it's going to be the same, but who knows? Who knows?
Did that happen with the Churro Spider-Man? I feel like it.
That was D23 though.
Yeah, that was a different one. Yeah, as far as
Celebration, much different than D23.
It was the chrome clone trooper from what I remember, and then what was the second one? The black death trooper, the black chrome death trooper. Those were the two. That's right. Those were the two exclusives last time. Remember, they had the code. You could go on Sideshow early and pre-order it, free shipping, but then they opened the pre-order up to everybody. And those black chrome troopers might still be on the site, honestly.
The Death Troopers?
Yeah, the Death Troopers, sorry.
They are, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Shit.
Correct.
I actually really like that system. I think it's great. I think it also... What's nice about it is, one, from a logistics standpoint, they have to not bring 10 billion figures to a convention. Obviously, that's a huge savings there. But it's also nice because people at the convention can send them and say, hey, here's the code. You can order it, ship it straight to your house. Like, I don't have to deal with handling your money to do this. I don't have to receive this and then ship it to you. I think that actually might be like one of the smarter things that I've seen for cons. I think it's great. And the free shipping is like, there's really nothing to complain about.
Yeah, no, it's a great system.
Let's see here. Kang the Conqueror was released. I don't really know why. I think I might know why, but we didn't get a. Oh my gosh, there's audio to this. We didn't get any official blogger photos. We do have this video from the Figure Hideout that Marco sent me. Frankly, I was fine to just not talk about this because if they're not excited about this figure enough to show us the final product, then I feel like probably we don't really care about it enough either. But
it's called the Conqueror,
look at this,
made by Hot Toys.
The video's in English.
Really had the first look.
The box is interesting.
There's
I actually love that box.
Yeah.
There's some speculation that maybe Figure Hideout has a connection to Hot Toys because they seem to get things extremely quick, really high quality. Just speculation.
Yeah.
Did this come
even
out
if
early?
It is like good for him because who else has this figure to show it off? Hot Toys isn't even doing it.
I think MRC maybe people that are over there, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really want to lend a lot of thought to the I know Eddie was kind of disappointed about it as well, but like the whole like portrait gate, right? Like the really bad photo showed up and then everyone was freaking out. I mean, this looks fine to me, honestly. I don't really have any complaints seeing it in a well-lit, well-shot environment. What do you guys think?
Best, but it's not. It's serviceable. The helmeted one though, that one's nice.
Yeah, the helmeted one is where it really shines. But
the blue portrait.
Yeah, that on this unmasked portrait, the paint is very flat. The hair, it just kind of looks like a Hasbro figure. To be honest, like. I feel like they were just like quick. We said we were going to release this fucking thing. Let's just get it out and move past it. They like you said, they didn't even care to show it off. It's like they're just sweeping it under the rug. Like let's just get the fuck move on. Which could be for a number of reasons, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those figures that people are going to look for later, but. So if you're on the fence about it, I would pick it up because it's probably not that many, I would assume.
Yeah, maybe not. because people didn't really love the movie either. This is one that I always planned to get, and initially I was going to do the Jonathan Majors head sculpt, but seeing the quality between that and then the blue head sculpt, I feel like that's kind of the superior look. It just looks badass too. I think it probably showcases it later on in the video, Zach. But yeah, definitely getting this. Like, no plans to cancel it. I really liked, well, let me not say really liked. I enjoyed Quantumania. It wasn't the best movie ever, but I thought it was an enjoyable experience. So it's cool to have something from the film in terms of representation. And you got Kang. Whether that character goes any further in the MCU, who knows? But at least there'll be a cool other villain to have next to Thanos and other guys we have.
I do think it would have been cool to see a USB function on this, just to keep the eyes lit, especially if I think most people are going to want to display it with the helmet on now and the blue face. At the same time, having him hover up on the display like that, it's going to be hard with a wire sticking out the back, so I can kind of see both sides. I don't think, though, like, when I saw some of those blurry photos, yeah, like you guys mentioned, Eddie, like, he was feeling frustrated because it's like people jump on this stuff so bad, like, quickly and hate on it so quickly, but there's such, like, shitty low-res pictures that, like, do we even know what we're looking at? I would say this video actually makes me feel more optimistic. While I think that there might be a subtle downgrade, I don't think it's as drastic as, like, the picture that we were all kind of seeing in, like, what felt like 480p in comparison to the original, you know, prototype pictures, right? So I still am excited to get this in the collection, but not necessarily to have a Jonathan Majors in the collection, more so to have a Kang in the collection. And again, not even from Kang MCU, but more Kang from the comics. He was one of my favorite characters as a kid, like reading the comics, because he's a really cool villain in those. And I actually think the MCU did a pretty good job on like the outfit and the likeness to the character and kind of the accuracy to some of those comic representations. I think they did a pretty good job. So I feel like I can separate myself from the actor and still be excited to have the character of Kang in the collection, despite him not being all that cool in MCU. He was cool in the comics, so that's how I'm seeing it in my mind's eye.
And Ben, to the point of like, okay, the first pictures we're seeing are kind of blurry. Everyone's freaking out. We talked about it with InArt. We talked about it endlessly. Like, it's on the companies to control whatever the first look that we're going to see is. 100%. So put out something high quality so people don't freak out. And if you're, I think Zach said, like, if you can't be bothered to market your figure properly, why is it the community's responsibility to, go find out the highest res picture or, go look around? Like, you should be the ones leading with, hey, this is the best representation of the figure. And sometimes Hot Toys bobbles and puts out really bad blogger photos. And it turns out the picture is actually way better than the first images that we see, right? So it happens in the hobby. Freaking out is part of the 1/6 hobby. They're imports. Most of the people that work at these companies don't speak the same language as us. So,
wow.
To your point, Ben.
So
it just
that wasn't my point.
No, I'm joking. I'm fucking
a long time ago it was.
That's right. Wow. That's right. Jeez. But there's going to be miscommunication. There's going to be
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Yes.
Got that nut stuck to you.
That's right. There's going to be freakouts. It's all part of the fun of the hobby,
It is part of the fun.
I just don't understand. They like took this photo and they're like couldn't be bothered to take it out of the box. Like that's fucking wild.
We're just shipping. Yeah, I know.
That's fucking
Guess
wild.
what's in
and
here?
I get the style of photo that they do this, but I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know.
Does he that platform? Blue platform that's in the movie, I assume he like generates those or something. Okay, I was gonna say it just looks weird, but
it's not
I
movie at
figured
all, actually.
that's what it was. Okay.
It's part of his abilities.
This is definitely a knot. Just like, I mean, I'd rather get the Droideka.
That seems racial
for sure. Wait, just because I don't want a Kang?
That's it.
Are you getting him?
No, it's the Droideka part.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, so
get out of that woman. No, I do actually. It's, man, that Jonathan Majors, man, dude, fucking had the world in his hands, and I don't know whether he did or didn't do it. I don't know, man.
Him
it's
and
tough.
Dr. Disrespect,
it's tough,
man.
Bro, him and bro, the fall from fame has to be studied.
Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect, that was shocking. And then he edited the tweet too, bro. It's like, oh, that one hurt. That was yucky. Anyways, there's that.
Was a poor Ares had to call into work.
Dude, Ares was falling apart.
He was distraught.
Distraught. Let's see here. Hono Studio. This feels very fast because they announced this in December. We are 6 months later, and they are showing us the blogger photos of the Wolverine. Dean said this very elegantly, but how the fuck is this 175 and other figures are like 265? Like wow, this.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, when people get it in hand, maybe it's better or worse. But bro, just looking at this, and they even dropped it $5. I think they like raised the price and then dropped it. This looks amazing. If I had to make the smallest complaint, and I'm talking like we are pulling what is it? Pulling hairs, pulling threads. What is
splitting hairs?
Splitting hairs. Thank you.
Pulling teeth, splitting hairs.
Okay, there we go. If we're splitting teeth,
pulling hairs.
If we're pulling hairs,
yanking pubes.
Definitely not.
If we're yanking teeth,
Jesus, Mark.
I wish, and I realize this sounds so stupid to say. I wish there was something over these knees where the joint wasn't so visible, and that is such a small complaint. Like, it almost feels stupid to complain about.
Kind of like complaining with like the cell, like if a cell was off in a Spider-Man portrait.
Yeah, almost like complaining if the prints were missing from a $500 figure.
That's a good one.
I mean, the color, the fucking portrait, the seamless arms, like,
you know what's even
someone
crazier?
Sold their fucking soul to make this for 175. I don't understand it.
Go back to the photo you were just on.
This one?
One more back.
One more.
Where his claws are up. This one. The black part of the outfit is a separate material. It's not screen printed on. I figured that would be a really cheap thing to do, just screen print it, and then, after a while it'll start flaking, because it's, stretchy with the spandex, but that's a whole separate material stitched on. So you're not going to have that problem. That's even fucking crazier that they didn't do a cheaper option. So I don't understand what makes figures so fucking expensive if this thing is coming in at 175.
Because they got you by the balls, Dean.
Like,
you can't even say like, oh, it's because this doesn't have a likeness, when they're giving us like helmeted background Mando characters for like 265. It's like,
yeah,
what? I don't understand it.
Seamless
with jointed arms and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's even got fucking toe articulation. Like,
it's got toe articulation.
What the fuck, dude?
Okay, I actually don't. Okay, if I could complain about a second thing, if that is just toe articulation built into the boot, that's kind of ugly. But
yeah, it's not great implementation. Honestly, it looks a little bit unsightly. So you kind of see where they may have cut some costs, but still, like for the price, pretty damn good.
Adding toe articulation probably costs more than it's just molding a regular foot. What are you talking about?
I would agree with
right.
Yeah, it might look worse, but
I
it's
do
technically
think it looks worse, but I think in a roundabout way it looks better, because if you're gonna put this guy in a running pose, having that toe, like, bro, I have so many wonderful Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures, and like one of them has toe articulation. I don't understand how the most fucking, probably bar none, articulated character doesn't have fucking toe articulation in a line where there's like 80 joints all over the fucking figure. They have joints where they don't even need joints, and he doesn't have toe articulation. So it might be a win, actually.
Well, Big Bretta doesn't like it.
I told him if it was done by Mars Toys, he'd be like, "This figure is a must get." I'm telling him.
That's fucked up, bro. How dare you?
Why are you picking on Bretta like that?
What the hell, bro?
I don't even think that's really Bretta.
You.
No, it's him. It's him. he had the same take earlier.
He has hair in that picture. Wow. I don't know.
That's fucked
I don't
up,
trust
bro.
You can't say that.
You can't say that, Ben.
Sure you can.
That's a joke that you can't make, Ben. Come on.
I'm sorry. I love you, Bretta. If that is you. If it really is you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
that's the same photo he's had like the entire time I've known him. What are you talking
I don't trust it.
We're in a deep fake world, Zach. We're in a deep fake world.
I think he's just baiting. For 160, that's got to be bait. For
draw off your
160,
AI, let us know.
I mean, you could buy the 12-inch Wolverine from Marvel Legends for $80. So for half, you get a like actual 6-scale figure, like with real cloth and seamless arms, and you know what
Put
I
it
mean?
into
Like,
perspective, Dean. I bought a 12-inch Marvel Legends symbiote Spider-Man. I forgot to put it for you this week. It was $50.
Yeah.
And I think that actually might have been the retail price like 10
Yeah, I
years
think
ago
it
when
was.
the figure came out.
Yeah. You need the Iron Man?
I don't
have it.
Do you really?
Uh-huh. Still in the box.
Is it? Can I have it free?
Maybe for your birthday. We'll see.
Ooh, nice.
And then
I like it.
And then
Oh,
compare-
this is not AI draw. Gandalf should have the pants prints. Let's round of applause. This is the real draw.
No, drink to that.
No one clapped. No one
He
clapped.
knows.
There you
He
guys.
knows how to game the system. Just agree with Zach, and he'll fucking love you forever.
Look at this. We're gonna keep this up for the whole show.
Holy shit!
Oh my!
You still cooking? Dean,
Staring
or
into
no?
my soul.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So
Dude,
yeah,
Dean
no,
cooked
I don't
today.
have.
He's cooking today.
Yeah, hell
Chef
yeah.
Dean.
I don't have many complaints about this. Like I definitely plan to get this one. How do we feel about the arms? Like the ability to bend the arms, though. You think that this is designed, like maybe the Reissue figure, where it's like, okay, it's gonna have a bit more give, or you still wouldn't?
Okay, first and foremost, Chef Boyardee, amazing nickname. We need the sticker.
Hell yeah.
Second off, I am concerned about the arms because Hot Toys has a track record of probably having the worst WRST? The worst. Dean, help me out here. I'm drowning.
You're good. Worst. You're good.
The worst. I always go to Dean because he knows these words. The worst seamless material. I mean, I've seen people with Ahsoka's straight arm tears. I don't understand it. That is concerning. You want this character to be fucking doing the business, and I'm concerned. So I don't know. But
True.
if they maybe took a page out of Iconic's book, I've said this on a few streams. I genuinely do not think that I have seen a single Ryu with a ripped arm. And that is crazy to me. Like, boggles the mind that is. I've not even seen one.
You know what
That's
other
crazy
figure
to me.
that Hot Toys did was Venom, right? Like they put the seamless arms on it. Well, it's not fully
I don't
seamless
think
because you
I've
could
seen
see
a
the
rip on
shoulder
that one
joint.
either.
I don't. You know, some of them came out of the package with some.
Yeah, where they
rubbing,
had
but-
like a little bit of rub. Yeah, I remember that.
But I think people have generally put, there you go, Venom in some dynamic poses. So if it has kind of that design where there's a little bit of give, then I'd love to just pose this one up. But even if you're a little afraid, I think if you go back like one or two pictures, it's like one with his legs kind of spread apart. Oh, right there, that one.
Oh, it's
That's
Marvel
kind of a
vs.
dope look
Capcom,
right there.
bro.
That's kind of a perfect look right there. Like you don't have
Matching
to
the
do
comics
anything
is
too crazy.
awesome too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, the vein down the arm on the one on the right almost matches the figure exactly. It's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I do love how comically large the
Uh,
arms are.
How small are these veins?
Oh, they're very thick veins. I don't understand how this figure is 170, 165. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
I think it was Charlie the Unicorn had a theory.
What did he say? Go ahead and highlight that for me. Bratwurst. Jesus Christ. That might be it. I'm not going to read that out loud, but that might be it.
Also compare this to like a SH figure Mezco or whatever, like what are those, like 120? There's some Mezcos. And then you can get a Hot Toys for
I think I spent like 85 or 90 bucks on this before tax. And yeah, I'd much rather have this Hono Studios all day long.
Exactly. Like it's
Is it
crazy
still in
to
stock?
compare.
Let me check. Honestly, I have a bunch of rewards points burning a hole in my pocket. So
I think it is still in stock. I think some folks in the chat said earlier. It's
I
still
thought it
on
was
Sideshow.
waitlisted.
Wait, they made a Magneto too?
Bro, you do a show
Yeah,
on
like the
Tuesday. We
second
talked
item.
about
Oh,
this.
You think I paid? I forget what I said today, tomorrow morning. Are you kidding me?
You were probably going through at that show, though.
Too many
Oh, what happened?
shorts. He's focused on too many shorts.
You know, when you have 10,000 subscriber, things are different. I have people that remember this for me. Damn, I should just pre-order the Magneto instead. It is on pre-order.
Is Wolverine is as well? Still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I do remember talking about Magneto. I guess I
Yeah,
don't
you were
remember
talking
being
about if
down
it's a
bad about
gimmick,
it, though.
and the magnetic hand, if it was a gimmick or not.
Yeah, you remember more than I do. Damn, I might have
Some
to pre-order
days.
Magneto, bro. What the fuck? How many reward points do I have? I do a live pre-order. Let's Ben. Do you want to take a crack
7
at
Hot
this,
Toys
or
now.
I'll move on? Okay, that'd be 8 for. And actually, this is not even a Hot Toys. It's a Hono. Thank you very much.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that I kind of wanted to address last week was, Hono versus the new Wolverine and Deadpool figure that's coming out. The standard version that doesn't come with Hugh Jackman's likeness, but does have kind of the yellow outfit, the yellow cowl. And I'd been curious to see, what people were going to say. Was it this or that? Like, what one would you want to put in your display? And the kind of resounding answer I got was both. This one looks so like Jim Lee comic inspired. It's awesome. And for the price point, how can you even argue it? Damn. And then if you have that comic display, this will fit in beautifully, as opposed to having kind of that more display centered in, the world of the real. With the Hugh Jackman one. So I think that there's a universe for both. The only thing that still really stands out to me is ridiculous on this figure is that blue cod piece. It doesn't matter what pose he's in. It looks like he's like halfway to midnight. You know what I mean? And like, it's just like, it's too packed in there. It looks like the thong has gotten smaller. I don't love that piece, but it is accurate to the representation of the character. So for that, I mean, it is what it is. I do love that this one has the big black section of the mask, though.
No.
I think that looks
Wait, what was that?
really, really good.
That is serious black, that is.
Serious black. I do love that. I do love that. So I'm very excited to get mine in. This is one that I pre-ordered day one because it was like, why the hell not? I'm curious to see what a first version will look like. So you guys are awful.
I had to replace the boring clip with that one. I was watching the movie today and I was like, bro, I gotta clip this instant. Oh boy. God. All right, let's move on because we're gonna be here all night. Avatar: The Way of the Water, Jake Sully. We have the blogger photos for them. I touched on this on Ben's show, and I shall touch on it again. But I like the joints here.
Hot.
I just Ben and I are always gonna disagree on this, but I think a character such as Jake Sully, a dynamic character. It's unfortunate there's not a good way to hide it because he's essentially a naked 8-foot tall dude.
Should put a silicone sleeve on it.
The figure?
No, on the knees.
Yeah, it could be. But I love it. I'm not gonna buy it. I have not a lot of interest in this, but I think it's a tough choice. I think it's the right choice, though.
Yeah, I just think, and I get both sides of the argument because you're like, well, I'm paying a premium. I want the figure. I expect my figure to look a certain way in terms of realism and accuracy. I get that, but I also think I'm spending a lot of money on these figures. I expect them to last much longer than, a few months, because we've seen some figures last a week. I think those Zach, the Bill and Ted, who was that? What company?
Oh God, the Blitzway.
Blitzway. I mean, literally within days of people getting them, their arms were tearing.
It's terrible, yeah.
And it's like you need them to be in the pose. Like
right.
Like, did no one test this in the fucking factory?
Yeah, so I get both sides of the argument. For me personally, I really don't mind articulation, joints, and these aren't the most egregious joints I've ever seen. Maybe the knees aren't done very well. But, I mean, if you look at something like a NECA figure, the joints are pretty egregious. But, that's a $40 figure, like maximum usually. So, something expected. But something like this, I think the knees could have been done a little bit better. But, like, the shoulder, it's hidden by the harness, and the elbows aren't the worst thing I've ever seen. So overall, I think it looks great. This is a huge figure. I think the only Hot Toys taller than this is that Venom that they're coming out with.
19 inches of Venom.
Yeah, I think this is like 18.7 or something. Like,
God damn, I didn't realize it was that big.
It's a big figure.
Pause.
So, yeah, it's...
Wait till you see it in person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, so I am probably with the minority here, but I like the Avatar films. I like the first one. I thought the second one was really well done too. And I kind of want a representation. But at the same time, do you get both? Like Dean said, they're massive, right? So do you take up that real estate in your collection to accommodate him? And is it Neytiri? Is the Zoe Saldana? And I think that's probably the one that most people would want anyways. And so I think Jake Sully, okay, fine enough character. Kind of generic, honestly, overall. It's more the other characters in my mind that do cool stuff. But yeah, so I think this one is an easy pass. When Neytiri finally drops, maybe that's one that I can consider. But yeah, I think I don't know that I love the property that much, but it's cool. Like it's nice that they're giving us something that isn't Star Wars, isn't Marvel, and I want to support that. But it's just there's too much heat dropping, so you can't have everything for sure. And this is a not.
So it's interesting because I've got the what is it? I guess the McFarlane version of these figures. And if you told me this was the McFarlane toy, I would honestly think that it was. I hate to say it, but those ones are such great little figures. And I say little, it's still a very tall figure for the 7-inch scale. That for me, it's a perfect representation of this film in my collection, both Jake and Neytiri. For the commitment to the space that this would take up in most people's displays, like it's not going to fit in your normal DTOF. It's going to need one of those crazy Modu Spaces or Modu Case type displays, or something even larger potentially. Like I don't know if it necessarily makes sense for most people unless they're huge fans of the film. And again, because of the joints on the figure, I almost can't differentiate the look of them between the smaller scale and the larger scale, which is a bit of an insult to this particular release. The other problem that I had was I like Neytiri more than I like Jake Sully in the films, and I actually like Jake Sully's look more from the second film, where his dreads are a little bit more pronounced and like a little bit broader, bigger on the head, and that's something that this figure doesn't show. So when Neytiri came out, I was like, well, if I was going to get something from Avatar, I'd go Neytiri, but then for whatever reason, she, like the figure that was previewed, and we don't know what the final of that's going to look like quite yet, but the prototype just did not have the CGI beauty that the film has. Like, she's stunning to look at in the movie, and she's a little freaky looking to look at in the figure format, at least from the prototype that I saw. So
you would though, Ben?
Probably, but not to buy. I don't think I would buy. It doesn't make sense. If I was going to buy either of them, I'd want them both to look exactly kind of how I was envisioning. It would have to be seamless. I would want the bigger dread look for Jake, and I'd want Neytiri to look a little more pretty than she actually does, like she does in the CGI likeness. It just didn't hit it for me, and so this is a huge pass on this one.
But Ben would hit it, though.
I was going to say.
I mean, who wouldn't? Come on.
Well, I mean,
Saldana blue. I mean,
you got an opportunity.
She looks good green. She looks good blue. Like, what do you want me to say? You know?
What do you think that little tail thing could do?
Oh, Jesus.
Damn, you got a tail job, bro.
Where does it bond to?
BH. Honestly, this is very cool, but yeah, you got to be a big fan of this to want these, I think. But I think the first movie's easily way better than the second one, though, if we're talking about the actual movies, pacing wise and stuff like that. But these are pretty cool. It's will be interesting when the Neytiri comes out and see how good it is. But yeah, I think the McFarlane's a pretty good representation if you're not a massive fan. So, and you can get some vehicles and stuff like that, I think, with it, right? They've got some.
Even the creatures that they ride.
Don't get the creatures. Almost got killed by fucking the great flying one. Fell from the heavens. Almost killed me.
Oh no!
It snapped off the little stand.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, felt like that red beast, bro. Fucking came. I wasn't even looking up, bro. Just came on me. Pause.
Yeah. No pause.
These are really cool though. For I think with the joints they kind of needed to do it, like Zach said. I think with this it would be so, even the little knee pose wouldn't be possible. You pointed out if it wasn't not that it wouldn't be possible, but it would be, you'd have to stress it just to do this little pose. But yeah,
there you go. Let's see here. Hot Toys says, when you wish upon a star, reconnect with Pinocchio's charm and innocence through the brand new heartwarming collection by Hot Toys collaboration with Hong Kong illustrator Stephen Choi. Wave your magic wand and this wooden wonder will transform into a real touchable treasure in no time. No word yet if that's a 6-scale figure or a Cos Baby or any other assorted Hot Toys that they would do.
I think they've already done Pinocchio Cos Babies before.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
I tried to watch Pinocchio on Disney Plus the other day, the one with Tom Hanks in it, and I could not get past the first like 35 minutes of that movie. I thought it was so boring. I don't know if maybe it was just not in the right mindset, but I had a really hard time with it. So, do not recommend. Just saying, putting it out there.
There you go.
Wow,
it's captivating points. I realized, but
saved me a lot of time.
Yeah, don't even do it. It's not worth it.
Just skip the first
and I love Tom
35
Hanks.
minutes.
I love Tom Hanks, so I was surprised. But
which one's the Tom Hanks one? Is that the new one with Guillermo del Toro?
The newest one.
Do you think this will be
so.
actually wooden? Like they're saying that it's going to be a wooden toy? Like saying wooden
got
wonder?
a lot of wood over there? Probably not.
Oh. Let's see.
That'd be interesting. I think the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio is different and on Netflix. I think there's 2 different versions that came out around the same time. I think.
God damn! How many Pinocchios do we need?
0.
80 people watching. Hit that thumbs up if you,
0.
Haven't. Hit that subscribe. I'm just kidding. I never asked for that. It feels so awkward to do it. Jazzing Dioramas. Ben, go ahead and bring that in the slides. Jazzing Dioramas. They have some progress photos from Viola W. She also gave some feedback on the sculpt from Sean Dabb's design. And then today he posted the Cura Slicer of the new file. And some people have already seen some things that need to be corrected. Someone said there was an incorrect number of stitches over one of the eyes. So good to get that right before we get too far into production. It is interesting to note that at the moment, the sculpt is fixed eyes. The eyes are a part of the sculpt. Wondering if that's going to be changed or if they're just not going to go forward with that. I think they were still soliciting feedback from the community. Also, I love seeing behind the scenes 3D printing stuff like this because I've been printing all my sculpts vertically like this lately, and I've been having such like good luck with it. Like the prints come out really beautiful, and traditionally I'd always thought to orient them a different way, and so it's cool to see that they are doing it the way I have been doing it. So believe these are going to be test painted by the same artisan. So they'll get these printed and painted and probably solicited for more feedback. Let's see here. We have just 2 more pieces of figure news. J&D Studios, they have a message from James. The next piece is Kojin Works. It is the Philosopher's Stone version of Harry Potter, and all 3 main characters will be released. The Harry Potter series will be released 3 characters at a time. The next batch will be Malfoy, Hagrid, and Snape, which I feel like Dumbledore would probably be who I think would be the best character if we're going with the top 6. Snape doesn't really play a big role in this film, at least from I've seen it twice recently, and I feel like Dumbledore kind of is a more important character. At any rate, these are in the Kojin line. Kojin Works and Kojin Works Light line. The Kojin Works version is including top of the line silicone paint and hair foliage with nice styling. One of their versions is a very special version, limited to 200 versions. But they're aiming at the complete version of the Harry Potter series, which is hard to experience again. The Kojin Works Lite will be introduced for the first time. It is a PVC version prepared for many people to experience J&D, which kind of catches my eye a little bit. These will be the best 1/6 scale action figure with the highest level of prototype, highest level of costumes, and accessories applied, the same as Kojinworks, which I feel like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot by putting that out there. It's kind of been the thorn in InArt's side, but what do we know? The Kojinworks is a limited quality product, and the Kojinworks Lite produces all the qualities that have been ordered for a month. So there's no, the window is essentially a month. You don't have to worry about the product selling out. The biggest feature of the Kojinworks Lite is a mass production that is cooler than a prototype. Not quite sure what that means. And yeah, the key to the Kojinworks Lite is the price. They're currently in final approval process, and pre-orders will be announced as early as July. This was from 1/6 Figure Shot. This was a story from Will Fox Vacation reposting the 1/6 Figure Shots post story. But it is, God, I'm totally blanking. Fuck. What is this owl's name? I literally have it on the tip of my tongue. But it's Harry Potter's owl from the Philosopher's Stone, which is really neat to see. And I got to say, for 6 scale animals, this is probably one of the better animals we've seen in the past few years. Hedwig, thank you. I had on the tip of my tongue. Thank you, Dean. Do we need another company making the same film and the same characters? I don't think so. Is it interesting that we might get a budget, which for Kojin, an entry level is like 2,100 for their Dark Knight. So I don't know how this budget's going to be. Certainly probably not my budget, but
and it's 3 figures at a time.
Yeah. Now I believe they're like, you're buying each character individually, but they're releasing them in batches. So it's like these 3, then these 3.
You gotta probably put a decent down payment, is my point, if you're doing
all 3.
It's a bigger, yeah,
I see what you're saying. And also I believe there's no word on the licensing from what this post indicates, so we don't know if this is a worldwide license, if this is it would be odd if this was just to the Asian and Australian market. That would be kind of odd, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's like the J&D Joker all over again. It's like, oh, they're finally going to announce something, and it's some shit we've already seen. Okay. And it's just another, I mean, it's a different movie, right? It's a different movie or no? From the InArt ones.
They said the Philosopher's Stone is the first
Philosopher.
The same as InArt?
Mm-hmm. It's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same movie.
Sorcerer's Stone is the same as Philosopher's Stone, so I don't know what they're calling it specifically.
I was like, at least it's a different movie, but it's not.
No, it's the same.
It's like, I guess, but yeah, it's at this price point. It's like, who really cares? I mean, I was on a stream with John from InArt, and he was saying that the pre-order numbers for Braun were abysmally low. Hermione hadn't been announced for another week, so I don't know how well that did, or if that boosted the Braun sales. But by then, the Harry Potter was already gone. So, I don't know. This just seems like a fucking waste of time for most collectors. I guess if you're really a huge J&D fan or a Harry Potter fan, this is cool, but I don't know. If you're for like most people, it's like, all right, I guess. Like,
imagine how small of a sample, not even a sample size, imagine just how small of a pool of people that is. Hardcore J&D fans, hardcore Harry Potter fans, hardcore 1/6 scale fans. I think InArt maybe had mixed success with their Harry Potter line, and maybe that's why they kind of rushed to get through the entirety of those 3, the main characters. It just, J&D is not giving us much hope for their line, right? We kind of thought maybe they're done. Maybe they got the message with the Bruce Wayne. Maybe they're going to stop trying 1/6 scale. I don't think these are going to be successful. And then I can already see them putting out a live stream like, well, saying some bullshit for the reason why it wasn't successful.
It's your fault this isn't.
Yeah, didn't, collectors didn't step up to the plate to get the, the best quality version. And it's like, no, maybe the license you have, at your disposal are very limited, but you can't do the same shit that InArt just did. Like that's seems like just not a good strategy at all. And the price point's probably going to be, when we see it, it's probably going to seem a little bit ludicrous to us, even if it's at a cheaper price point, because man, there's a big delta between where they're at now and where, cheap is considered. So, and Hono is considered cheap, right? So, man, they got a long way to go, and I don't think they'll get there. So they're not setting themselves up for success at all. And then I think at the end of the day, they're going to play the victim and blame collectors for their missteps here. But it's like you'll have no one else to blame but yourself for not coming out of the gate strong with your 1/6 scale line. And I don't really care to see much more from them at this point, if this is kind of how they're going to act and how they're going to roll out their figures.
I'm not totally convinced though that they have much of a choice in what lines they acquire. Like when it comes to licensing, I think licensing can be pretty sticky. Obviously there's cost involved. Obviously, I think if you're putting your foot in the ring for 1/6 scale, I know like hearing, or I should say I don't know this, but my speculation around hearing John from InArt talk about how hard it's been to get certain licenses that they'd love to produce but can't get them. Seeing then J&D do the same as InArt just tells me that maybe that is kind of what's available right now.
There's more than 2 movies that they can get a license for, though, Ben.
You would think so, right? But at the same time, what I was going to say is that it doesn't sound like InArt's going to go much beyond the 3 main characters. So where J&D may succeed here is on the light version at a lower cost of some of the other characters that they're kind of highlighting in this post. Because if you can then build the movie out a little bit, maybe you could have a bit of a mixture of both if you're a huge Harry Potter fan. But the other thing is that I agree with you. I kind of thought that maybe J&D was slowly dying, that we were kind of watching its demise. And I actually think that the light option might highlight the fact that that could be the trajectory that it's on, because they've recognized already that most collectors have been like, hell no to the prices that they've put out for some of these other figures. And so they have to come up with something else. But even me, I'm like, I bought it and I'm a dumbass. I bought it and I'm a dumbass. The Joker that I've got on pre-order, I'm like, it's that or I lose $200, and I'm like, maybe I should just lose the $200.
Lose $200 or lose
even I'm not. It's like $2,000 when it comes to Canadian dollars. It's wild.
It's lose the 200.
But the Joker is one of my favorite characters of all time, so that's the only reason that I don't think that I'm totally a hypocrite on this point. However, I don't encourage anybody to actually buy anything from J&D because the price point does not make sense. We've seen that the margin can be shaved so dramatically thin with that Hano version of Wolverine that clearly like $2,000 for a figure is ridiculous. And so the light version that exists now, honestly, all that really shows me is that, yeah, these guys are dying, but they're also diluting their own water, because if the figure otherwise looks almost the same quality, it just doesn't have the silicone skin on it. Well, who gives a shit? You can't feel it when it's in your collection anyways, so why wouldn't you buy the cheaper version? So how many of those premium options are then just going to sit? There are those collectors out there that want to have something that everybody else doesn't, but I also don't think it makes sense to necessarily spend your money on it, because I don't think their return on investment will ever be there for a figure that's priced that high. So I do think this is the beginning of the end for them. I think that they're grasping at straws, and I think the only way this line wins is that if they can add some of these side characters or background characters to what already is starting to exist through InArt. But we'll find out. We'll find out.
Go ahead. You can.
You're good. Sorry, you're good.
I was just gonna say I think the only way they could win is to get, if they somehow get the price point down to a point where people do bite, because I think a lot of people would have bought the InArt stuff if it wasn't like 500 for. It was almost 500 or something for Harry. It was a lot, and just that prohibitive price. If they somehow swooped in with this light line and said, and I think then it could be successful. But because I would consider. I would have considered the InArt ones if they weren't so much for Harry Potter. 'Cause it's a really cool series or IP. But the funniest thing is the very last line. It would be great if many people bought Kojin Works and Kojin Works Light.
Please buy our shit.
It would be great.
Yeah, it would be.
That's the funniest thing.
That's hilarious. Let's end it off here, Ben. We have some. I believe this is Exo 6 news, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so today the pre-order window went up for the Exo 6 Star Trek Enterprise figure, Commander T'Pol. Now she's a pretty badass character. Honestly, if you like or don't like the show, I think she's easily one of the best parts of that show. Jolene Blalock is her name. Iconically, absolutely beautiful actress, and plays a really unique Vulcan in the show. And this is, meant to be kind of before Spock's time. It's meant to be before some of these other iconic representations of female Vulcans that existed in the Star Trek canon. So she does a great job in the show. She's, it's so early in kind of the Federation of Star Trek that a lot of her castmates don't necessarily trust her. They think she's kind of maybe a bit of a Vulcan spy and that she's not necessarily working with humanity. Pesky pal. And so, no, she's... and I was impressed with this figure. It's been so long since we've seen some of the other Enterprise characters that I've seen collectors already calling for 2.0s of the Captain Jonathan Archer, and the Andorian I do think is actually pretty good, but the Captain paired up next to her, like if you see this photo here, for example, like she looks so much better than he does, and yet she still has kind of that plasticky side to it. I get it, but coming in at $210 plus $25 flat shipping rate from Exo 6. It is supposed to come out Q4 of 2024, so this year. And if you are interested in this, the pre-order end date through Exo 6 does end on July the 16th. Overall, I think the outfit looks fantastic. The tailoring is great. The color of the outfit is pretty bang on. The likeness, I would give it kind of a 7 to 8. It's still not perfect by any stretch, but I do think it's still one of the stronger Exo 6 sculpts for what it's worth. And honestly, the Enterprise line needs a little bit more love. So I was happy to see this go up. These photos are much crispier. These were taken by Anthony from 6 Scale Mafia, apologies. And so it's obvious. They don't look like just copy and pasted pictures over top of backgrounds. Like there's actually some thought and care put into this. Every picture has the same coloration and saturation. I think that's all really important when it comes to selling these products. Exo 6 really needs to hear that so that they stop advertising their products with the shitty blogger photos that everybody literally makes fun of. Because everybody who's a big Star Trek guy like me wants to, Star Trek guy and girl, obviously, like me, clearly want the best from these lines, and I do not feel like Exo 6 often puts their best foot forward when it comes to the photos. So these are pretty good. This one is going to come to my collection. I've got her and Archer coming, so I can do a quick review and an unboxing, and then I'm considering giving these two away as a pair to my channel members on the Ben Thomas Show. So you cannot have it because you don't know who these are.
What the hell? I'm a channel member. I was you're like a channel member.
Okay, well then you can win it technically if you win it. So we'll do a duck race. We'll do a duck race.
I know who this is too. This is Data on the right here.
Oh my god, this is not Data.
I think it's Data.
Or Data. Different series. But pretty reasonable price point as well. There was a period of time there where Exo 6's prices were kind of slowly increasing, and everybody was like, ooh, but your quality's not increasing. And they dialed that back a little bit, and it's I think back to a pretty decent amount. And the accessories here are unique to Enterprise, so they're not just copy and paste accessories either. They're pretty good.
Is she a human? I may have missed
No,
that.
she's Vulcan. She's Vulcan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's got the Vulcan ears.
I was say she kind of looks like Dark Crystal, like
live long and prosper.
The portrait.
We hate to see it.
There we go. Thank you, Ben, for that. Love to see it. Let's see here. We have a $10 off code for your In-Art Hermione using code CW Hermione at 16kit.com. Thank you to Kit for always supporting the CW Empire with these kits. We don't get a kickback, but you guys can save a $10 off the pre-order. We also have 15% off in-stock items and full pay pre-orders with code CW at collectorzone.com. They have their, I believe it's next month, their Collector Zone statue get-together, which is very cool. Very excited for them to do that. They also have some really cool exclusive statues like the Messy 1/10 scale from Iron Studios you can pick up, as they are the exclusive U.S. retailer of that statue. So Let's see here. Lane the Legend Kramer donated for our 4,000 subscriber giveaway. Not one, Dean, but 2 Figuarts Dragon Ball GT figures. And we ran the giveaway on our Facebook group. It was through Google Docs. And I want to try something. The boys say it's real cool. I've never done it myself. But we have Duck Race. And how long should we run the race? I've never done this, so how long should we run the race? What's a good amount of time?
I did
30
a
seconds to a
minute.
minute. Yeah.
30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so let's meet in the middle there.
And you've put all 97 names in. That's what it's saying there.
Yeah. So we had well, there were not 97 people, but there were ways that you could enter more than once, and many people took advantage.
Gotcha.
Subscribe to Ben Thomas Show YouTube channel.
Wait, I don't see my name.
Did you really enter?
No.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure I double checked. Just another Friday
Where's the
night
Seamus
YouTube.
meme?
Okay, so how do I actually start the race, though? I don't see a button that says start. Let's see here.
The one right there. Try our race timer section.
Try our race.
I'm joking. That's an ad. Do not click on that.
I was like, wait, what?
What about set? Under 45 it says set.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of buttons here.
There's a lot. It looks very dangerous.
God. Oh my god! Look at those little ducks.
Oh my.
And they're all dressed up in different outfits. That's cute.
Does this make noise? I've never actually seen this.
It does.
Okay.
We got to do the countdown. Has to be 3, 2.
All right, here we go. Dean, grab your gun so we can do the start. 3,
go.
2,
97 ducks.
1. Wait, did you play the Jamaican horn, or did this thing do the Jamaican horn?
No,
I
it
didn't
does.
do it.
Oh, it
does.
did.
The Jamaican.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so we got
Oh my god.
Willie
Big old
Patterson.
fern stuff in the front there.
Big old fern. Look at it. Mark Gregory, Ramiro. Wow, Jesus Christ, Ramiro.
That's a lot of duck.
Oh.
Here we go. Aries Portillo, Toy Mafia. Oh, this is fun. This is cute. I thought I was gonna play music though. Okay, let's put some music on. Look at these little ducks go. Damn, Ramiro and Toy Mafia. Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Toy Mafia stays in first.
Oh, Equan's coming up.
Oh,
Ramiro, I say he's gonna fall off.
6
He's gonna
seconds.
fall off at
5.
the last few seconds.
Toy Mafia!
4.
Oh!
Aries!
Equan.
That was close.
That was
Mafia,
hilarious.
Jumbo.
Toy Mafia had a few entries in there, eh?
Wow. Hang on, we got to do one more race.
A
Okay,
winner.
so-
He deserves the win, though. He's in like every stream.
hang on, Toy Mafia. First off, you are 100%. First person to watch every
Amazing.
stream. Super fan. So Toy Mafia, send me an email, zack@collectingweekly.com. Zach at collectingweekly.com.
Congrats.
Usually, hang on, time out. Usually I say, oh, he's in the chat, okay. But usually I say you have to claim it, but I would actually reach out to Toy Mafia because he is literally the first person on every stream. Now we have a second giveaway from Land the Legend Kramer. It's the House of the Dragon Season 1 Blu-ray. And I removed Toy Mafia's entry.
What's a Blu-ray?
Well, it's like a DVD, but better.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do another race, so I removed his entry. I think he had a few. So let's see who wins the... That was exciting. I had actually had a ton of fun with that. Should
Is
we
this
shuffle
4K?
the characters?
Yeah, shuffle.
There we go, shuffle. Oh my god. Okay, we shuffled them. All right, here we go. For the House of the Dragon, I think it's Season 1 Blu-ray. Probably Season 1. All right, here we go. We got Equan, the front runner. We have Yomo as well with the Donald Trump duck. My goodness. Aries Portillo bringing up the rear. Let's see here. 145 is what Charlie... I don't know what that means, Charlie. But let's see. Let's put some duck music on. This is a good duck song.
Toy Mafia in the lead again with 2 ducks.
Oh my god, he's got 2 ducks in the lead.
Here he goes.
Dude, Equan's got... Look at Equan's duck
Ramiro,
on the top.
though.
Uh-oh, Ramiro Alvarez.
Coming in. Oh, he's falling off.
Uh-oh. Toy Mafia!
Toy Mafia!
Oh
my god!
Clean sweep. The clean sweep.
What
Oh my
what
god.
a legend.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Wow, Charlie says more
Amazing.
time next go. Okay, so next time we'll do more time. Okay, my apologies. I didn't realize how much fun that would be. I almost want to do it again. I don't have another prize, but wow, that was really fun.
We're getting calls in the chat for being rigged.
What? Come on. How dare you? How dare you?
Equan said he's just copying him.
That was so adorable. I've never actually done a duck race. I think I've seen it first on Collector Joey. That's really good. That's really fun. That might have been the most fun I've had doing a giveaway. And we'll save on postage because it's both going to Toy Mafia. So there's that. Let's see here. So
congrats.
We have Zach. I just made something. Do you want to see it?
I would like to see it. Yeah. Can you share your?
Yeah. Here it goes. I might change it a little bit. But you gave me this idea at the beginning of the show.
Wow. Joao says he created the website.
Wow.
That. Hang on. Let me. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Wow, that's horrifying.
Boyard, isn't there like an exclamation mark in the Boyar, or is that...
No?
Oh, I don't think so.
Wow, that's beautiful. That actually might
Can
be
we
the
add
best
Kevin
sticker.
as Ratatouille, please?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's funny.
With a little chef's hat. That would be
Hell
cute.
yeah!
Wow.
Yeah. Now I want some
There we
Chef
go.
Boyardee.
Wow. Well, Toy Mafia, congratulations. Let's go. First off, we have a ton of amazing fans, and this is not to single anyone out. But when I say genuinely, Toy Mafia is in every stream the second we go live. To the point, you're not wrong. Before, to the point, I'm like, is this a real human being? And he is. He's just that big of a fan, and I love it.
For a while, I thought he was a robot too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, here we go. So we have another giveaway. It's a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Fernando, big old Fern in the chat, aka the Benchwarmer, donated a Hot Toys I think it's the DX22. This is the Mando Luke to our channel to enter. So the groups have changed it up a bit. You can't pin a post anymore, which is really annoying. At least I don't see the option to. Maybe if one of you guys can check for me. But there is a post on the group, and all you have to do is go to the post, sort by all comments, and then it'll sort them from the oldest, and the most at the top will be the most recent. And if the person below you is 50, you'll just add 1 to that number. So if it's 45 on the post, you would be 46, so on and so forth. Everyone's been pretty good about it. I think I've had to change some people's numbers because they were duplicates, but I think right now there's about 50 something people entered to win. We're gonna run this one for I think about a month, but all the details on the post or the details are in the post. All you have to do is like or comment on the post, be subscribed to our YouTube channel, and obviously be in the group, which you can't see the post unless you're in the group. So very simple giveaway, no Google Forms. We do have some terms and conditions. If you're overseas, you have to cover postage and all that jazz, VAT and tax and everything like that.
And friends of the show are eligible too, right?
Not hosts.
But Dean made it very clear.
What did he
What
say?
did I say?
He said I was a friend of the show, so I feel like I should qualify for this. But
Yeah, Marco's tried entering twice. So
I thought I was a special
hoping-
person in your life, but
yeah,
You
there
said
you go.
Ferns?
Only
Ferns
Kathera's.
Fern donated this?
Fern did, and we're going to talk
Awesome.
about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. First off, all jokes aside, incredibly generous by Fern. This is a mint.
Yeah.
He said
This is
mint and
nice.
crispy box. Not even
Yeah,
sealed, mint
sealed and
crispy box.
shipper.
Sealed and shipper.
He promised he was going to sell me this, but I guess we're donating. No, I'm just kidding.
A tremendously generous gift. This is something that is a lot of people say might be the best Luke ever. We're very blessed that he donated this.
Yes.
And
Awesome.
I wanted to talk about this week though, because it's been a really good week for us, but I think it's been a divisive week for the community. And every once in a while, I get on a soapbox. And there's 75 people here, so what better
Every
time?
once in a while.
Every
Bro,
once
you
in a
fucking
while.
Get
on
your
the
Chef
song.
Boyardee. Sit down.
Here we go. Yeah, grab some Chef Boyardee. Turn off the Dr. Disrespect stream. We're gonna get into some drama.
Oh, he already went on vacation. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God. Is he going to Epstein's Island? Civil
Holy
War in the community, boys, in the content creator community. And I feel like obviously this is our platform. We can have our discussion. But it's been
Team Dean.
it's been an interesting week. Can you shut up, Badfish? For the love of God.
Can't help it.
Just kidding. You can keep interrupting. It's funny. But shorts are going crazy for a lot of content creators right now. And I think you have to peel back the onion and take a look at it and really realize why shorts are the way that they are. People's attention spans have never been shorter. It is so hard on YouTube to make long form content in a way that hits that YouTube algorithm. And as a channel like ours that is pretty exclusively long form content, and I'm talking like not 10 minutes, like I'm talking like 2 hours content.
Yeah.
We do struggle sometimes to gain traction. Everything from Facebook, they have shorts videos now. YouTube has shorts videos. Instagram has, I think Facebook is called Reels.
Yeah.
Instagram has the same videos. TikTok, obviously the ones that kind of created the format. Well, I guess Vine probably.
Yeah.
And
do it for the Vine.
It's everywhere. It's just the way that people digest content. My daughter loves watching shorts. It is just how these things are done. And I admit I have been frustrated at times with how YouTube has handled shorts and how that they've pushed us to make shorts. And for a long time, I did not want to partake. And I don't know. I think at some point you do have to realize we are here making content. And at some point, if we want to be able to hit this mythical algorithm, we do have to adjust the things that we're doing. There are some lines that I personally wouldn't cross. I know I've kind of joked with Ben a lot, but you know, the whole like silly face thing, I personally, Ben's a handsome cat. I don't think I could pull it off. Or the clickbait
like
thumbnail title.
Painting yourself in a silly Joker face?
Or the dance. Okay, first off, Dean, if you're down to dance, I think we would go ultra viral.
I fucking dancing.
That actually would. I would watch that.
What if he did the splits?
Oh my.
Now,
you're a bad person.
Some of the most viral shorts that we have seen this year have been shorts that have essentially had zero effort. On TikTok, PR4Y4 Gabs took a like 30-second video of chocolate covered strawberries and got 250 million views and 27 million likes.
That is way too much chocolate. Jesus Christ.
That's not enough.
That's a lot of money.
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A. My daughter knows that. The Pedro, what is this, a raccoon? That's
Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro, hey.
You
Yeah,
see
I
these
know that
and
one.
you
He's
hear
so cute.
the sound.
Yeah.
And it there's a thing about shorts that it's not like regular content, right? It's not like regular content. Now we've obviously decided recently, like we're gonna really, for the past 2 years we've been making shorts. We've kind of not done particularly well with them. Ben has had some pretty good luck historically. I think Marco's had a few that have really hit off, and ours kind of pitter patter here and there. We get a little bit of love every once in a while. But in the span of a week, we have gone from, I think it was like 3.7K to 4K, 5K, 6K, 7, all the way to almost 12. Well, I think we're at 12K now.
I think we're at
12 and a half.
Almost 13. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
wild.
It's been a wild week. It's been a wild week, and I've seen some people have varying emotional responses to that's kind of annoying, all the way to like really taking it to the extreme. And I get it. Like I do. But it's really the game that we have to play. And when you look at content on YouTube specifically, I think the one thing that you have to realize is the amount of effort that you put into a video very rarely equates to the amount of success that you have with the video. I think the personal video that I have ever made that I was like, this is like the most proud of a video I've ever have done. I think it got like 300 views. I got like maybe 5 subscribers off of it. I did get a lot of comments. That actually made me really happy. It was the N1 Starfighter 3D print. It was about 100 hours to make the thing. Many hours to film it, edit it, do the voiceover. It was a tremendous amount of effort. But in the traditional sense of success on YouTube, didn't really see that correlate. And so you have to understand that your effort that you put into something does not equate to what YouTube defines as success.
Or not only YouTube, but the internet. I mean, how many times have you heard somebody that gets super popular off of one video and they're like, I just posted it and didn't think anything of it, and the next thing I know, you know, it's fucking semi-viral / viral.
Yeah. And yeah, you're 100%
Like the
correct.
Hawk to a
Yeah,
girl.
the internet just likes what it likes.
On the flip side of that, success does not equal effort. You can be an incredibly successful YouTuber with almost zero effort if you play the game, right? I've seen, Dean and I have always said this, and this is, again, nothing against anyone in particular, but Dean and I, for about a year and a half, streamed to no one. This was before everyone was making streams. Us and Brian and Chris, Six Go Scavengers and TC, streamed to almost no one for a year. Got 0 subs. I think we ended the year with like 200 subs. Nowadays, you can make a channel, and with the tools out there, the Canvas, the shorts, the algorithm, SEO optimization, all kinds of things. All these kinds of things. We see a lot of people start, and like 3 months later, they're at 1,000 already. It's like, holy shit! Like they blew through that. Like that took us 2 years to get our first 1,000, and they blew through it. It's just a different world that we live in. And granted, those people do put in effort, but there's also people that will just make shorts and they'll get 1,000 subscribers like nothing. So the success that you have doesn't equal the effort that you put in, and vice versa. Sometimes it does. Most times it doesn't. I do want to put this out there because I've seen kind of some backhanded comments related to us because of the success that we've had this week. But really, the subscriber count is not a reflection of your worth as a creator or as a person. There are channels that are way, way, way better at this than we are, that have less subs, and there are channels that are, in my opinion, not as good as the quality that we put out that have way more subs. That's just how it works. Again, effort and success, they do not correlate. Your subscriber count really doesn't mean that much. With that being said, though, I think there is a caveat. I think subscriber count is a quick and easy number that companies and people can refer to understand your channel. I would say all of us here are people that do YouTube. Now, there's a few in the chat. But when you tell a stranger, like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, usually the first question is, what is it about? And then you tell them. And I would say 99.9% of the time, I think maybe only once in my entire career doing YouTube has the second question not been, how many subscribers do you have? That is just like, for the layperson, for the person that doesn't do YouTube, that's the number that they care about. They don't care about, well, what's your average watch time, or how many comments are you going to live stream, or what's your age demographic, or what time are your channel subscribers most active. All they care about, for them to get a frame of reference for your channel, is what is your sub count. And I don't feel great about that, but really, like, for the average person, that is just a quick and easy way that they can say, okay, oh, you got a million subscribers, your channel's pretty big. Oh, you got 1,000, that's more than most people I know. And it reminds me when you watch the NFL, like the 40-yard dash, right? These guys have played football their entire lives. They're probably the epitome of athletics the human body can attain. Yet they're judged so critically on 2 runs in a 40-yard dash, which obviously is important. But, like, that's the thing, right? They do lifting, they do route running, they do IQ tests, they do physicals, they do vertical jump. But it's like, bro, who's on the 40? And that makes or breaks these people's careers. Those 2 40-yard dashes, 2 5-second runs.
A 4.2?
That boy was fast.
Fucking fast, dude.
That dude was fast. And all this to say, like, there are going to be large channels with less engagement than small channels and vice versa. And sub count is, it's meaningless in real life. Have I been declined opportunities because of our sub count? Absolutely. Have I gotten opportunities with sort of caveats to say like, okay, but if your sub count isn't this by the next month, we're not going to renew it. 100%. But again, that's just the way this stuff works, right? Very few companies that we've ever worked with cared about the deeper metrics outside of the channel size. That's just really how it is. But I think they're like we've joked about it all stream, but I think the whole like sub count thing, it's again, it's just a quick litmus test for some people, but it's really not that important, to be honest. And I think Austin Nicholas, I genuinely love this guy. I've met him once, wonderful human being. I think he's probably the one of the gold standards of collectors, and that's not to say that anyone else that we know isn't. But I believe that we've celebrated every channel's milestone, privately or publicly, that has started before us, that has started after us. We've congratulated them every opportunity. And Ben has done it to other channels. Marco's done it. Dean's done it. We've also had that our way as well when we've hit our milestones. And I love this post here that Austin says, I'll continue clapping for others until it's my turn. And sure, we might be doing pretty well this week, but next week it might be Austin's turn to, hit that algorithm lottery. Maybe we never hit it again. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. Maybe we keep hitting it. Who knows? But I think there's been some real nasty things that have been said this week. And, I just think it's kind of silly to be upset at other people for using tools given to them. And at the end of the day, this doesn't define us as people. This is numbers on a screen. Obviously, these are people that watch the channel, but and we hope to convert the shorts viewers to our long form content. That's obviously the goal, but it's perhaps a bit early to see that. But I just wanted to say, like, it's not as doom and gloom as people think. There's a lot of people that I've seen say like, well, I wanted to be a YouTuber. I don't want to just make shorts all day, and I don't know that that's anyone's asking anyone to do that. But at the end of the day, YouTube is trying to compete with these other large social media platforms. Short content is hot right now, and they have told us in our Creator Studio backrooms that they want to push this, and they're going to essentially reward channels that do this. They've opened up split fundings for shorts. They've opened up a different number of things for us as content creators, and from remixing shorts to using licensed audio, for them going out and getting different licensed audio, pulling them out from TikTok to YouTube. And I think that to be upset that some channel is doing something or to kind of make snide remarks, I think it's just silly. At the end of the day, we're all here having fun. Maybe we'll make a little bit of money on the side, but, cheer for others when it's not your turn, and others will cheer for you when it's your turn. And that's my soapbox.
There you go.
Well said.
It's beautifully said. I don't think I can improve on it.
I'm feeling the same way, honestly, Zach. I think you were really comprehensive with what you said, and I just shout out to Austin, shout out to everyone on this panel. I think, it's easy to be negative, but to celebrate others, to spread the positivity, it takes a little effort, takes a little bit of putting your ego aside, but I really appreciate when people do that. And I like when you said effort doesn't equal success, right? The short that I have that's maybe like 300,000 views, I recorded in 5 seconds. I just put the Mortal Kombat theme, took my cell phone, recorded Scorpion, and to this day I still get like comments like from people around the world like, oh, this is so cool, versus stuff that I made an intro for Bargain Bin Bros. It was a multi-day project, was working with AI. Dean did some illustrations for me. I have like 110 views on it or something like crazy like that, right? It's not the reason why I'm in this is for the views. It's just like a creative outlet for me, but everyone has their own, goals in this game. But it's just awesome to see success from others. And like you said, you're just using tools that are at your disposal. So I see nothing wrong with it. And in fact, I think do that. Like if you see something's working, do it. And if you don't want to, then I haven't personally, jumped on this latest trending sound, but I might do some of this stuff.
Yeah. And it's not like we're abandoning the content we started out making, right? It's not like it's like, well, the
We're not gonna do
podcast
live
isn't
streams
doing
anymore.
great, so yeah, fuck it. We're not going to do the live streams. We're not going to sit here for 2 hours and engage the chat and talk to you guys. And I could understand if that was the case, and that might ruffle some feathers, but like,
Yeah.
you know, we're still here doing the content because we love it. Make no mistake, even you have to be making hundreds of millions of views to be making any real money. I think we make what, like maybe $13 a month, which you can't even take out.
Yeah, last month we made so last month being, what is this, June, May, I think we made $53, and we don't get paid this month because you have to hit $100.
Yeah.
And then of that, we have to put aside 30% for taxes.
Right.
20% for me
not,
too.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Don't
You
get
guys
it
are getting
twisted.
paid? Wait, what?
There's literally no money to be made doing this. We're here because we love it, and we love you guys, and we love chatting with each other. And, you know, if hitting 12K because we popped out some shorts and it looks good for, you know, advertisers or sponsors down the road, cool. But
And
we're
I
here
want to be
because we
very
love it.
clear. I want to be very clear about this, Dean, what you just said. The only reason that we are giving away a Luke is because of Fern. Fern literally said last week when we hit 5,000. He said, if you guys hit 10,000 by the last day of June, I will give you a brand new DX Luke. He said, if you hit it at 12:01 on July 1st, I'm cracking that bitch open. And,
He was gambling.
And I'm keeping it myself.
He was like, shit.
Yeah, he bluffed. He wasn't even serious. And by the time we hit 8, he was like,
good old Fern.
fuck.
He's like, fucking
YouTube. Yeah, he was like, I really shouldn't have done that. But he kept his word.
Man of his
because
word.
Fern's
Man of his
also
word.
part of this community. He's in the chats. He hangs out with you guys. He was here with us on HawksCon. Fern's a great guy. You know, even if he, you know.
Broke a bench.
And, you know.
He doesn't pay his taxes.
Joao says, I
Actually, now
suck
that
big
you say
time.
that.
Poor Fern.
Joao says, I suck big time in shorts, but big time monkey face. So, I mean, you guys have heard me say it a couple times. You guys, in my opinion, were the pros long before I even started thinking about making a YouTube channel. If it wasn't for 16fix, if it wasn't for Collecting Weekly, and so many other great YouTube channels that have given me the opportunity to talk and come talk about toys and have fun and get nuts and all the things, I wouldn't have even started a channel, because I thought, like, when I started, I thought 2,000 subscribers seemed wild. Like, I mean, it just seemed like a huge number. I'd never thought that I would hit that. Shorts content has been one of those weird sticking points, because on one hand, I do see why it's frustrating to see channels hit algorithm lotteries and grow tremendously so quickly. Like, I've been grinding out shorts for 6 months, and in that 6 months, I gained quite a few subscribers. You guys have been grinding out these shorts for a week, and you gained the same amount. So like you said, the effort doesn't necessarily equate. But on the other hand, these are still real people that are subscribing. These are massive amounts of comments every day. What I've noticed, though, is that the demographic is very different. The people who watch my long-form content, videos, Star Trek videos, some of those things, the this or that videos, are majority male audience, and are the majority of kind of the age group of, 30 to 55, 60, somewhere in that range. Shorts content is 55% female, and age ranges from 13 years old to 80 years old. Like, every age range scrolls their phone and is exposed to this stuff. I equate shorts on YouTube as one of those kind of programs that, like, YouTube gave it to us for a reason. I think you should use it, but just because you make a short does not mean it's going to go viral either. Because I've put out a lot of shorts that I was like, ooh, I actually worked hard on that one, and it got no traction at the same time.
The more effort, sometimes the less it's going to do.
Yes,
you could almost predict.
It's wild.
Of these viral shorts this week, the one that has the second most subscribers, which is like an insane number.
Yeah.
I was like at work, and I was like, fuck, I need a short. And I just went through my phone and typed toy and just had 5 videos that I've had in my phone for like a year. And it got like a stupid number of subscribers, like an insane number of subscribers.
You guys have also heard me say, But you guys have also heard me say this a couple times this week, and I'll repeat it again, kind of out loud. You know, the saying that I've been using is comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're another YouTube creator who's only comparing yourself to others, but not just focused on your own content and growing your own channel and doing your own thing, don't worry about it. You're actually going to hurt your own experience in that pursuit of whatever pursuit you had. YouTube gives us shorts as a method of reaching a broader audience, and there's a very distinct audience of shorts and a very distinct audience of longer form content, but there's still real people on the other end watching this stuff. And I think that that's kind of important to note, because why, if I'm born with two legs, would I cut one off just in the hopes that if I hop around I'll have more respect? Why purposely disregard a program that's available to you? So the one thing that I've said about subscriber counts this week is, if there's ever an opportunity to help other channels, I think that's what we should do. Zach, I shared my short songs with you and my hashtags and all of those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In the hopes that like you guys would grow, because like you said at the beginning, Zach, there are channels, in my opinion, that do deserve more subscribers than they have, and the analytics of YouTube are not very favorable to those people. But at the same time, you don't just have to make that kind of content either. And so I don't think that you should alienate people who like shorts content with some misplaced ideology of, well, you're only a real collector, or you're only a real community member if you watch my long form content, because I don't think that that's true either. There's a lot of people in the world that like cool figures and toys and stuff that will celebrate with you either way.
It's just classic gatekeeping, right? The goalposts are always going to move. It's like, okay, well, you did shorts, but now I'm doing shorts, but you did it with this other sound. So
first I'm told I'm not a real content creator because I don't make videos. Then I make videos. Then I'm told I'm like lazy because I make shorts when those same people have made shorts. Then I'm told I'm not a real collector because I have 6 Hot Toys when in fact I have 7. Where does it end, Marco? Where does it end?
Jesus. I'm waiting.
Where does it end, Marco?
Let's near the mark on that one.
Holy shit, that was perfect, bro.
That one might be accurate, though.
I was waiting for the part that's not true there.
Yeah. Rules for thee and not for me, Zach. It's a classic, typical liberal. I'm just kidding.
That's right.
Wow. So quickly, let me blow through some of these because you guys are all giving excellent takes in the chat. There's also some really great comments as well. Brick Artemis, if YouTube gives you the tools, then use them. Completely agree. Draw the Line says, I'm curious about those numbers. With so many new subscribers, has your content views gone up significantly? Probably like just a little bit. It's probably too early to tell, but it's tough to translate the shorts viewers to the long form content.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the metrics go as low as like 13. Ours still pretty much says like 18 to 65, but
but
all of our videos are like if you have a YouTube Kids channel, you can't watch our videos. So I don't know if that would hurt us, but we're not gonna not make dick jokes, and so
yeah,
it's just
but
not gonna happen.
Even if you only grab one shorts viewer and convert them into like, oh, I actually really like what these guys are doing, I feel like that's worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
So,
yeah. Going back to the comments here, Draw Line 35. Oh, sorry, I got that one already. Sam Gist, your masterpiece was Dean finally coming over. That was a masterpiece from Cheers, which is funny because I shot that on the GoPro and edited it like in 1 minute, and it got like 1 billion comments. I was like, I spent 100 hours building something, and it gets like, I mean, like good comments, but like, what the hell?
Well, I feel like people
Econ
like me
says,
more than you.
Well, okay, y'all get shade for not. Brick Artemis shorts don't create success either. A lot of people who do shorts get no views. Second most asked question ever: did Dean ever end up coming over? He did. Eddie Aero Maestro. I don't know if this is in jest, but he says, "Shout out to Zach for this milestone presentation." Let's see here, Austin Nicholas. That was so nice. Austin is, I think, the
Austin, you're
of,
so nice.
of a human being.
Austin
He had
is a
messaged me
beautiful man.
something so sweet. It was a little bit of a private moment, but one of the sweetest messages I've ever gotten. Let's see here. Blackbird Tech, good topic of discussion, Zach. Sean Forrester, happy for the channel. I look forward to Tuesday nights. Always have been entertaining. 12 Smooth Stream, do you have to pay to use StreamYard? So StreamYard actually has an incredibly excellent free version of the program. And I know plenty of people that have used it and continue to use it with great success. You can pay for higher number of slots. So we can have up to 10 total people in our StreamYard at a time and stream at 1080. So the way they kind of get you is the free is 720, and I think it's like 5 or 6 people. And then you can upgrade to more people at 720. And then I think the most expensive is what we have. I think it's like 60 or 70. It might be $50 a month. I have to double check. It's like an auto pay. But
it's 75 Canadian a month. So it's, probably
so I think it's
in the
like
50
probably
range
60.
for you. 50,
yeah,
60,
so it's 1080 and 10 guests. Like 10 speakers total. So it is not free. But,
there is a free version.
There is absolutely a free version, and it's very good.
To quantify that, though, I don't actually think that it is very good. I've been streaming Let's Get Nuts in the 720p now for a year, and you can only get 6 panelists for that free version. And anytime I put that like stream just to hear how my audio sounded and stuff on my big screen TV outside, it's like, what happened with 720p? 720 used to be like, damn, that's crispy. Now it's like,
rough.
Is there milk on the screen? Like, what the hell happened? and $75 Canadian a month for StreamYard is wild. That is wild.
I don't disagree that it is expensive, Ben. However, I will say that, and I say this with love, but when I watch the 720 StreamYard streams on my 4K TV, they look like they're 720, and when I watch the 1080, they like when we upgraded, it was a huge difference.
You can tell
on the phone. On the phone, it's actually really not that bad, and that's how I watch like probably 85% of the content that I digest. But on the big screen, it is quite nice. And draw the line. I think it's a bandwidth thing for the 4K because even at 1080, some of our guys have trouble getting enough data to be able to stream it. So. Yeah, it's one of those things. Eddie Aromesh says, I'm serious. I always give up doing presentations during school. That's funny. Let's see here. Brick says, yeah, I pay more for StreamYard alone than what I make off content. Yeah. So we do Patreon. We have several websites that we host. We do StreamYard, SoundCloud. It's not a lucrative endeavor. Like at all. Like when I say that we are not making bank, I very much mean it. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on here. Or sorry, does anyone else have anything they want to add to this soapbox that I've given?
I just really like Ben's point about comparison being a thief of joy. If I sat around all day thinking that I didn't have a dragon cock like Ben, like I'd be miserable. But you know what?
Yeah, first off, Ben said he was born with 2 legs. In fact, he was born with 3. So obviously fake news. I put my hand
I should
up,
have never shown you guys that picture. I should have never shown mouthwash.
Holy
condoms. You hate to see it.
He showed us a
really
magnet
I thought you meant the other
box, like,
pictures.
Wow. They were perfect, Ben. Let's get into a little bit of fun. We'll get off the soapbox because we are running a bit long. So every year, I don't know how long we've done this. It might actually just have been 1 year, but I'm going to say every year we guess our summer showcase figures, because typically around this time of the year, Hot Toys will fucking unload the clip, as Marco would say. They fucking bamboozle us with like 17,000 figures, and obviously we do the points. We don't do Jeopardy very much, but we do the points. And let's see what everyone has chosen. Now we've all chosen these anonymously, and Marco was gracious enough to compile the information for us. And I'd like everyone to explain their choices and explain their figures.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
You fucking
Jesus.
guys.
They're gonna unload the nut on us.
There we go. So, for me, I think that we are going to get a comic symbiote Spider-Man. I think Hot Toys would be stupid not to do it. Mm-hmm. We already know that this is a character that has been somewhat greenlit through the Mondo 1/6 scale for the animated series, either through Hono or Hot Toys. I think this summer we are getting a comic symbiote Spider-Man, especially with how well received right now the PS5 black suit has been received. I think this is a no-brainer. Darkseid Ray, I would say this is like the choice I feel the worst about, but Lego just released a Dark Falcon, or I guess it's like it has like, well, let me say this.
That is Sirius Black. That is.
It's an all black version of the Falcon, and it comes
That was real.
It comes with it was real. It comes with Darth Jar Jar, which would have been my choice, but we haven't gotten a real Jar Jar. And while that does seem like a very Hot Toys thing to do, I think Darth Ray is probably more likely. It also comes with Darth Ray, and so to have that character licensed for Lego leads me to believe that we may see one in 1/6 scale soon. Papa Palpatine. I mean, come on. It's been so long. The throne set is a grail. I don't think that they would be so brash to double dip on the throne, but they've double dipped on the fucking armory. So I'm thinking a Palpatine, maybe a Royal Guard re-release. But this figure I think is prime for a 2.0. A lot of people had issues with the light in the throne, myself included, years back. So I think this is prime for a 2.0. Last but not least, the Superior Iron Man. I was torn between, well, one, because we always get an Iron Man, but I was torn between this and the Midnight Suns Iron Man. Both have recently been released by Marvel Legends, but I think this version is the most likely. I think they could probably maybe even brand it under like the holographic line with the white with clear armor. But I think a white clear / Superior Iron Man would be an absolute fucking banger of a figure.
Interesting.
Let's hear Dean the Dream Martin off the board at the moment. It almost looks like it's cheating because he's saying all of our answers, but
I'll go with Eddie's.
No. That's, you can't do that. Eddie,
explain Eddie's for us.
Gave us, explain Eddie's reasoning, I guess.
Yeah, so we're getting comic figures, right? With the in fact, the Iron Man's right there. But the Hono's Wolverine. So I think a comic Thor in that line or in that vein would be kind of smart. You could start doing like the Avengers, right? With Captain America, Thor. Who else is in there? They've already done an Iron Man.
I will say also Hono did tease that Thor is being their next release.
Oh, okay.
I think it's perhaps is why Eddie picked it.
There you go. And he really loves Thor, so that's also probably why Eddie picked it. Another comic Iron Man? I don't know. I feel like
he was saying Hono specifically, though.
Oh, okay.
Hono Iron Man. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did this Iron Man that we see on screen, but in the yellow and red without the clear plastic bullshit. And that figure looks really, really cool. So to get a Hono Iron Man would be pretty sweet. Probably no diecast, right? Especially if it's going to be the 160-ish. But that's fine. You're paying the price point for it, so that'd be great. And then Dooku, people have been asking for a Dooku reissue for a while. I was going to say a Tarkin.
Oh, that would be cool for the Rebels release.
Yeah, Rebels, or not Rebels, Bad Batch, or even which would be fucking crazy if they did Rogue One. Mm-hmm. So that would be kind of cool to see.
To add to that, Dean, I saw that Director Krennic has been confirmed.
That's
for
what I'm
Andor
saying.
Season
for Andor
2.
Season 2, yeah.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool.
Or a Director Krennic 2.0.
Did we get any Andor figures though? Right?
That's true. But if they already have the molds,
does it really matter?
But they already have the molds. They don't have molds for
Krennic.
Andor.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Seems racial.
You could do Krennic and Death Troopers for Andor. That'd be crazy. But yeah, to see a Dooku again. I feel like he's not that old of a figure, but I mean, prequels are super hot.
He's
right
expensive, bro.
Yeah, he's really expensive, and we usually see that when a figure goes like 500 plus, they'll just reissue it. And then he put Deadpool on here. I'm guessing a Hono Deadpool,
comic
maybe,
Deadpool?
Or Deadpool 3, probably Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I think he meant from Deadpool and Wolverine, which is kind of cheating because we know it's coming, but it's easy points, Easy points.
Oh, that's true. I was like, didn't we see it? But yeah, you're right.
Him.
They only teased it, so yeah,
he
Deadpool
deserves
3.
it. There we go.
So good,
well done,
good
Dean.
list, Eddie. Good list.
And I think last year Eddie was fucking money. I think he got like 3 of the 4 last year. He was
him and Dean
had a
both.
crystal ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Dean
remember
both.
that. Yeah, Dean was like, I remember every time it happened, I was like, bro, what the fuck, Dean? Fucking, I had to hit him with one of these.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Fucking Chef Boyardee was cooking last year. Benjamin Thomas. Oh, look, we got the same Emperor. I love that.
Yeah, so I was definitely thinking Emperor on Throne, just because, of course, we're going to have that Return of the Jedi version of Vader pretty soon. I think a lot of people are going to feel that's kind of the definitive Vader in a lot of ways, and you can't have Vader without the Emperor, right? I would think so. So yeah, no, I think that's a
From Jedi,
that's a prediction
exactly,
for me for sure.
especially.
Yeah, from Return of the Jedi, exactly that final scene, right? Because I mean, you even like with that Vader, you can even get that deluxe version where he's being electrocuted while he's like holding the Emperor above his head. So, be kind of cool to see. They've been reissuing a ton of the Dark Knight line of figures over the years, right? We just recently saw people starting to finally get their Catwoman. A lot of people are expecting the Bane to come. Wouldn't totally be surprised if we got an updated Scarecrow as well, maybe in a suit as opposed to in the Asylum rags. Maybe something a little different, but I would love to see a Scarecrow again. The anti-venom suit from the PS5 game, it's kind of the final boss version suit, not to spoil too much, but I'm surprised we haven't already seen it, to be honest, because it does seem like it would be pretty much what we already have, just in reverse in terms of that Venom symbiote suit. So.
I strongly dislike that suit too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun to play with, though, and I thought the character moves anyways were pretty cool with it, but yeah.
Really
So
quickly, Sam Gist. I was the one that guessed Scarecrow last year, so I looked back at the slides. It was me.
This reminds me of the Ghost suit, or the Negative suit, sorry, from the first game.
Very similar to the Negative suit, yeah. But this one did look like Venom, like the symbiote still. It's just the anti-Venom symbiote. So, and then I would not be surprised to see Back to the Future Mark and Doc and Marty from Back to the Future 2. We've got the DeLorean. We have the figures from the third film and the first film, as well as all three DeLoreans that will be available for the display. And yet the Back to the Future 2 figures are very, very hard to find. And in my opinion, still needing an upgrade. I only hope that they do upgrade them if they do a 2.0, not like what we saw from Back to the Future 1, Doc, of course. So yeah, cross fingers.
Beautiful.
Cool
Best
picks.
list.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go with a few things. I actually also kind of a little misunderstood the assignment. I was going more exclusives only, but
what do you mean exclusives only? Clarify that.
Yeah, so typically, to clarify, during Summer Showcase, they do show exclusive figures, but they also blitz out, like, I think last year it was like 20 figures.
Yeah,
so basically anything released under the banner of Summer Showcase.
These are more of the exclusive. I think these would fall under the exclusive, Toy Fair exclusive, or whatever. Summer exclusive banner. So Pinocchio, they kind of tease that something's coming for it. I think it could be an exclusive release, just because it could be, like it said, maybe that the way they said it's gonna be coming to life like a touchable thing. It sounds like it might be that wood material. Maybe it's more limited, and that could make it exclusive. Maybe I think kind of like Winnie the Pooh was in the selective markets, but we could see that again.
True.
And then Golden Rex. I mean, or Chrome Rex, one of the two. They've continued this pattern of chroming out every clone they've made. So I think he's next on the list. So, and yeah, that's a not get for me if it does happen. Then Iron Man Mark II, I think they could do like the black or brown chrome, which was actually like my other thought about this. But I'm also thinking maybe just a neon tech version of the Mark II could be something they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, some sort of blue comic Batman, either the Batman Begins suit or something. Maybe they'll do the 89 in blue, something. I for some reason feel like they do another Bale one, but could be something else that comes as an exclusive.
I was excited, Batfish, because I thought you were predicting just another Batman Returns 2.0, and while I know the folks out there who have one might not want that, I've wanted that suit for so long, like since I started collecting. So yeah, somebody's got to make it at least, but I would hope for the Batman Returns.
With the sculpt, it would be nice to do a 2-pack, but at the very least, give us the ripped cowl and the sculpt for sure.
Yes,
And
that
I
would
was
be awesome.
gonna say Artisan Qui-Gon, but because of the whole Phantom Menace, but then I was thinking, oh, it's not gonna be exclusive, so I took that back. But if it wasn't exclusive, I probably would have put
It's
that.
also a
in.
good
No,
pick.
don't double
That's a good
down.
pick.
You overthought it. You got to live with your choices.
Wow.
I'm getting that fifth. I'm getting that fifth one in.
Batman
I'm
better be
sneaking
blue.
it in, all right? Even if I need, if whatever I need to do and get in.
Damn,
Wow.
All right. So I chose the first two figures. These are copy paste from last year. I'm putting this out into the universe. I want another Death Trooper specialist. I'm going to say this is going to be from Star Wars Outlaws. Initially, I think I predicted Andor, but I'm going to say Star Wars Outlaws. We know that, the troopers are like kind of like the police in GTA, so they'll send out Death Troopers if you're wilding too much. So I'm going to say we're going to get a Death Trooper, a specialist from Outlaws. T800, come on. It's got to be coming. I know I'm not the only one. I think Will really has been putting that out into the universe for a long time too. But
That was one of my guesses.
yeah, so this has been like so again, even as early as last year, I've been like, come on, we need another Terminator. It'd be nice if it was like an artisan, and they said, okay, artisan also means like high quality materials, full leather, something like that. But let's just say T800. I'm gonna go with a Mark 4647, some type of chrome version of it. I think that's just like one of the cooler suit designs, and I think it'd be perfect to do a chrome version of. And then Deadpool. I'm gonna take the easy points as well, like Eddie did, and just say, yeah, we're gonna get that Deadpool maybe for the summer showcase, and not. Obviously, they could have saved the Wolverine for that, but I think they'll do it under the summer showcase banner.
Love it.
All good picks, dude.
Absolutely.
I like the Terminator for sure.
Love it.
Cross the Terminator.
Dean the Dream Martin. It's time to nut up or shut up. What do we got?
Yeah, I was also gonna guess Terminator 2.
Okay, love it.
He
We
says
saw them-
Qui-Gon, I swear.
We
should
saw
have
them-
made him go first. We make him go
No,
first.
I'm not gonna put him on the spot like that.
Actually, mine is just John Cena, as you can see.
Translucent from The Boys.
Wow.
Wonder Woman in her invisible form.
And Sue from the Fantastic
Sue
Four.
Storm.
Oh man, I was about to make a very.
Who had that action figure back in the day though? The translucent one. That one banged for sure.
Bro, hilarious. Okay, so my guess was the Terminator because we saw them kind of going backwards last year with like the indie figures. So, and then we saw a bunch of people doing Terminator 2 like versions of the Arnold. So usually when there's people releasing shit like that, it's because it's inevitably coming back from a main retailer. So that was my guess. Like I said, Tarkin in some form to hit that Star Wars. The Chrome Rex was actually really a good idea. They did gold Cody, so I don't think they would do gold Rex. Maybe like a
Silver Rex.
Well, they did a silver clone, so maybe something crazy like a blue chrome or something because he's 501st.
Ooh, that's actually pretty fucking clean.
Yeah, so something like that. And Deadpool's such a safe bet that I feel
It feels
bad
like
almost
cheating
guessing
for
it.
y'all to guess Deadpool.
Yeah,
There
so
you go.
I'm gonna
Minus 1 point.
Yeah, that's negative points if it comes through.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say a character we've never seen before
Here we go.
from any movie. I don't even know what character, but there's movies coming out, so something from a property we haven't seen yet, maybe as a tease.
That's
like,
way too fucking broad.
That's
I was like, oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're gonna get a male character.
yeah, we're gonna.
My guess.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm going to take it back because if you're saying like a new property that they've never done, that's okay.
No, that's too vague. You got to.
It's very vague. It's very vague.
It's vague, but it's better than being ultra specific and saying Deadpool. We already got.
They're gonna do a Marvel character.
Okay,
I'll
first
tell you
off,
what,
whoever
I'll
picked
tell you
Deadpool, that's a terrible guess. Second
Okay,
off,
let's take Deadpool out of it. Eddie and I'll repick. We'll take Deadpool out.
yeah,
But you got to pick something that's more specific than a new fucking character. That's wild.
how
I
dare
feel
you?
like it's not that bad of a guess. It's just not specific.
Ooh, Lady Deadpool from Sam Gist. I like that idea.
Yeah,
Why don't you? Why don't you think about it, Dean? I'm going to make a post on in the Collecting Weekly group so the rest of the audience can kind of put in
Tell you
what they think as well. So
that's a great idea. Let's double down. Whoever, I don't know why I said like that. Whoever
rolled that fucking R.
I rolled that W, bro. Whomever, my mouth is parched. Whoever gets it right, if you get a figure right, I will let you. Like, okay, so everyone guessed their 4. You don't need a graphic or anything like that.
You know what?
If you get it right, I will let you put 1 extra number into the Luke giveaway per figure you get right.
Nice, damn.
Let's do it. Put that in the post, Marco. So let it be written, so let it be done.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I don't see this happening, but it'd be fucking crazy if it did, and I want it to happen, so I'm gonna say it. Sonic the Hedgehog 6-scale figures.
Wow!
Wow.
The third movie's coming out. The first
Dean's
2 movies
gonna
were
go
banging.
broke.
Not a nut.
Holy shit!
That would be so cool to see, and I want it to happen. And I'm gonna be selfish.
I would have said House of the Dragon before Sonic, but maybe that's just me.
No, you
Well,
didn't,
3-0 and Inner have the.
I know. And Asma still? No, yeah, just 3-0.
How dare you, fucking guy. Dean, let's talk about some of these angels here. We're running long tonight.
Yeah, our sweet, beautiful, fantastic angels, our Patreonians. Captain Fordo, Ian CB, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Joao Brada, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Skins, Biggs, Billy Badfish, Toy Cartel, Joe Chet Beeks, Corbus, Luke Skywalker, sweet, beautiful, amazing Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Marquint, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomaski, Rick DiGregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Tu Cothry, Wah, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Arelis Delgado, Sith Scale Collector, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Jazz Carroll, Matt Clemenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Dawn Madon, Stephen Pritchard, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Big Old Pips, Stephen Maria Stanley, Andy Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi the Judgmental. What
Jumbo.
a bunch of angels.
Speaking of angels, shout out to Sticker Mule. They gave us a good deal finally. I was like, Ryan about to drop $200 on these fucking stickers. They gave us a great deal today. We placed the order for, I think, both of these. So the May-June will be going on as scheduled. It'll just be a little bit late. We're also doing, okay, so let me say this. I would like to do a special giveaway to all the Patreonies if it can be mailed. I'm going to take one of the letters to the post office. We're printing 1/6 scale play buttons. Mostly just to troll, but also because I think it's fucking funny. So everyone, in theory, will get a 1/6 scale play button. However, it'll be copper because we don't have the silver or the gold yet. However, if they are going to charge me a tracking fee to ship it, that tracking fee is about $7, so it'll only go to the top tier. So I'll make you guys that deal. But I have the first batch printed if it does go through. And that's for the tier starting at $7.50 and up. So stay tuned for that. But we have the Tough Nut sticker, the Small Talk sticker. We also have a D&D sticker sheet. We're going to save that to the July-August, so stay tuned for that. And
maybe a Chef Boyardee one.
Maybe a Chef. Might be a. Actually, I owe Ian and Pete a sticker, but I might be down for a 3-pack. The Hot Seat tier starts at $5 a month, $7.50 for the Sweet Angel for our Patreon. We also have the $15 Certified Crispy certificate and the $25 What a Guy tier, which is doubles all the stickers we send, and a Pog Deluxe set on your first pledge. Looking at our YouTube channel members, thank you guys for all the support. We have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big O Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ, Daminator, Dunks Mizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gare Bear, Good Old Spotchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Card, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1/6 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Scarnlord, SpongeBob SquareBall, Sunnyvale Rest, Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. Thank you guys for supporting us. We appreciate all the love. Channel membership starts at 99 cents if you're a Patreon member. You get loyalty badges and custom chat emojis. and member shoutouts, and $2.99 if you are not in our Patreon. You get all the identical benefits. We also have a TeePublic if you want to support us there. Buy some swag. We need like a 10K sticker or shirt or something like that. We have to figure that out. So maybe we'll talk about it over dinner on Friday. Looking at our network, this does need a little bit of adjusting, but we have Collecting Weekly on Tuesdays, unboxing every once in a blue moon. We have Small Talk on Thursdays, alternating with CW Movie Night on Thursdays as well. After Dark Wednesdays at 10:30. Mind Flayer's Web, we're getting into Act 3, and it's fucking juicy. Might have to do a submarine soon.
Dude, these fights,
I've heard, they're so fun. Oh my god, they're so fun.
Amazing.
Bro, last fight might have been the smartest I've seen the AI. They were like teleporting, lightning bolt, throwing us around. I was like, dude, this is so fun. And last but certainly not least, just another Friday night on obviously Fridays. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for all the love. So many wonderful, wonderful messages and emails, comments, Instagram, all the people giving us our flowers for the milestones that we've had.
OnlyFans messages.
Especially special shout out to Ben, obviously, Marco as well, Eddie, Badfish, and Dean. In many ways, through sheer dedication, being here for us, sharing tips and tricks, analytics, hashtags, shorts, ideas. Whenever one of us finds a viral short idea, we'll send it to each other, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But certainly wouldn't have hit this milestone without all of you guys' help, and obviously the rest of the network as well. Some wonderful guys there that all play their very important parts in this machine. Yeah, we're excited. This crazy train could stop tomorrow, and we'll be stuck at another rut. But we're very thankful that we've been able to kind of catch this little wave when we can, and obviously some good has come out of it. Fernando, Big Ol' Fern, was able to donate that figure for us to give away. So I have the date in the post. I think it's like the end of July. So I didn't want to set a certain time frame for it based on subscribers, because it is very uncertain at the moment. But stay tuned for that. And yeah, do you guys have any other shout outs you want to give?
Just wanted to shout out CW. Congrats on seeing the fruit of your labors. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, wow. Of your labor come to fruition. So yeah, awesome milestones. And then shout out to Eddie. Obviously he missed tonight, but we try to hold it down for him, but obviously it's never going to be the same energy without him.
100% agree.
The same lack of energy, the chill energy that he's got.
I'd say it was much less hostile.
Wow. Oh my god,
it's true.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
No one was there to call you out on your Dorito shit. So
I know. That's I had the Doritos here for him.
Badfish is like, I wore my best sweater for this.
I know. I brought my best. I washed it. I mean, come on. I actually would have it on, but it's Dorito way too dust hot. Wash the Dorito dust off it. Yeah.
When he called you out for that Dorito thing, that honestly was like goated moment in the show. That was so fucking harsh.
So need a sticker for that. Jeez. Actually, we need one for Kevin before that. Sam makes a great point. We need a Kevin sticker before.
We need the Chef Boyardee with Ratatouille Kevin. That's the golden ticket right there, bro.
I'll work on a Kevin sticker. It's just he's so cute. I don't know if I could draw him. But give a quick shout out to everybody watching.
I'm just kidding. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
Well.
I put myself in timeout for saying that was ugly, and I apologize. As a man, hang on, the timeout. Before we go any further, I need to do one thing. Let's see.
A man can only admit when he was wrong and ask forgiveness.
That was
apology not accepted. So,
what the fuck? How dare you? When that clip is played, an apology must be given. Or,
Kevin got straight.
But it doesn't have to be accepted.
How dare you?
And enjoy eating dinner by yourself on Friday.
Wow, what the hell?
Me and Kevin will eat at home alone.
How dare you?
How dare you? But I just want to give a quick shout out to 1, everybody watching. 2, everybody subscribing, even though they're probably not watching. Just, being honest. Unless we put this as a short.
Dare you?
You should.
You fucking bitch.
We just lost a bunch of viewers. They were watching.
They were watching.
And shout out to everybody on the team. That I was telling Zach today because, Zach and me have a. I'd Zach to bust.
Jack to bust.
I like to bust Zach's balls because he kind of gets a big head, but also
He's the king of
shit,
Collecting
none of that
Weekly.
sounded right.
He's the king of Collecting Weekly. You gotta bust his balls sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he gets a little, his ego gets a little inflated, and I gotta bring him
See, I've
back
been
down
walking
to
around the house
earth.
lately.
And it really is. It really is a team effort. Sometimes there's something I want to do, and Zach's like, "Hey, maybe that's not a good idea," or he'll want to say something. I'm like, "Zach, maybe it's probably better if we don't do that." And a lot of people don't have that in this space on the internet. So I always like to give Zach credit where it is actually due. And Zach has been working extra hard on doing the shorts and stuff. And I was busting his chops about that.
Dead to me.
He was asking me for help, and I was just giving him a bunch of guff, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, but really though, if you have 6 figure arts, that short got like almost 2,000 subscribers. So I need figure arts if you have them.
Yeah.
6 of them, please.
Zach actually, I know he said it's low effort, but it is still effort. He's trying to ask. Zach only has so many figures, right? He can't post.
When
the
you only
same
have
ones.
6 Hot Toys, okay, this is the perfect trend for me, right? 1, I only have 6 Hot Toys. 2, I got like 50 billion Marvel Legends, and they fucking love them.
Yeah, because your average collector is not a 6-scale collector, right?
And I think that those do worse, to be honest, because I don't think that they really understand it. Like a Marvel Legends is more relatable.
Like,
to
oh
most
fuck,
people.
that's a cool looking Spider-Man toy. Whereas
Sounds like
a
Gatekeeping,
6-scale, you're like,
Zach, but okay.
What the fuck, bro? I'm outside the gate, bro. This is me.
Here in my garage, just bought.
My
Can't
fucking 6 Hot
understand it.
Toys, bro. I'm there's the gate. I'm behind it. I'm being kept.
yeah, he's the one being kept. So yeah,
Exactly.
shout out to all you guys, wherever you're at.
Yeah. Well, anyways, and Marco, Ben, Badfish, you guys, everything.
Shout out to Badfish for always being willing to step in and hang out. It's always good to have you here, buddy. So
Hell yeah,
sad we
it's
missed
always a
Eddie,
good time.
but happy you're here. So hell yeah.
Yeah, said I realized my comment earlier may have sounded like a slight at Badfish, or slight to Badfish. Not at all. Appreciate you always stepping
Oh,
up.
I didn't. No, I definitely wouldn't have taken it that way. But yeah, it's always a good time to jump in, and it's always fun. So even if I'm getting commented about my Dorito dust sweater, but I'll take it.
Nice haircut, by the way.
I
Anyways,
needed
we love
it,
you guys.
Jesus.
Yeah, you did. We love you guys, and we'll catch you.
How dare you?
I had to get you over time. Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Oh, I can't find my end credit. There we go.